everybody, Sunday Elijah here from Kyiv, Ukraine. Sorry everyone for the delay in today's program. I almost called the program off because we had some technical challenges. Now, I also want to apologize to everybody for yesterday, because yesterday it was not our fault, it was Facebook's fault. There was a major problem going on all over the world from the side of Facebook yesterday. So much that we couldn't go on live, and we soon discovered that it was not just our program that couldn't go on live, but most programs couldn't go on live for most of the day yesterday on Facebook. So today we're back with you, and we're back all the way from Nigeria. Today we are going to be talking about the mindset of a Nigerian husband, or the mindset of Nigerian men in regards to marriage, or their mentality in regards to marriage. I'm here today with a beautiful lady. You will almost think that she's Miss World. I think she's Miss World in her own class. She looks stunning, and it's a thing of pride for me to know that she's from my country. So let me introduce you to the beautiful lady that's going to be talking about men today, Anne Victoria Adeoshun. How are you, Anne?
Yeah, hello, DSA. Good evening.
I'm fine. Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm really blushing.
Yes, because you are looking, you're looking perfect today. Perfect. If there's anything like perfection, that is you today. And then
thank you,
hello
everyone.
And who designed your dress?
I did.
You did? Wow. Okay. Now I understand that our European people, our Africans in Europe, even Europeans, they will have to know where to go to now. All of them have to. Okay, I think we have your contact. We are going to put your contact. So you are the designer as well. Do we have
yes,
some of our designs, our pictures? Maybe you could go to our website. Maybe you'll see our Facebook. Maybe you see some of our designs. Maybe people would like to. We will get patronage for your brand. We've got to make that brand, because this particular one you are wearing today is just perfect. So
yeah,
welcome back to the program. You've not been here. You were here about, is it 2-3 months ago?
Yeah, about 4 months ago. I was here in February.
Oh, February. So it's been 4 months now. Welcome,
yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, tell me about this topic.
Yeah, okay. This is about the Nigerian men, and I think I really have a lot of passion having to talk about this topic, because it's like a major challenge, in our society, in our country, and I believe that if the problem of men can be solved in Nigeria, we're going to be having less of issues. So it's a very dear topic to my soul. So I just really want to address some major things that we already know, including some of the ones that we don't know, because it's very, very important to me.
Yes, you are right, and you are so right that I just want to add to that it's not just the Nigeria. It's not just a problem that is peculiar to Nigeria alone. Problem of men is a universal problem, and actually a lot of people don't know that if you could resolve the problem of men in any society, you could actually fix the problem of any society. Majority of the problem in any country will be fixed if we could resolve the problem of men. Now I want to tell you something. When you are talking, I think you shouldn't touch the microphone because it's making noise.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe your hand or maybe it's moving in your, around your chest, that thing you are wearing. But just make sure that the microphone, which is just in front of you there, that it's not shaking too much so that it's not making noise. Yeah, here we go.
Okay, I'll make sure.
So tell me about your revelations and your understanding about this topic.
Yeah, okay. My understanding about this topic is that I believe that from the very foundation of our men, from the society, right from even when the baby is in the stomach, when a male child is in the stomach, I think our parents have already started spoiling that child. And men are being spoiled right from the stomach, right? In the sense that even before they come out, there is this template already for them to just follow. Because the parents, as in even the parents have some issues, they have some societal whatever that is in their head about the male child. So even before the child is born, the child is already being programmed into what we have in the society, into the kind of men that we now breed as our leaders. So I think this problem is really something it's a very big one. It's a very big one. So I think I'll just leave it at that. So
I don't know if you saw my series on men on YouTube. I have a series on men where I was talking about a lot of, maybe I was talking about, it's a family series, of course, family series, but a lot of them were also on men. What is man? Who is man? Who is a man supposed to be? The role of man in the society, the functions and the calling of a man, all those things. I think almost nobody has an idea about who a man is. People just look at a man and think he's a male, rather than who a man is supposed to be really in the society and in the eyes of God.
Yes, and that is because I actually got corrected my own mindset from watching your videos. It was from DSA talking about women, and I started to understand that something is actually wrong with men. I didn't know this before.
Wow.
I was just like every other person. But I started being irritated. I now go out, I get irritated when I see and witness certain things, because I don't know if there's a kind of template in my head now on who a man should be. So I think it's actually from your materials that I can see that there's a problem with me, because a layman will not have this understanding. So it was from, I read some almost half of the book. I've not finished reading it, A Man or a Mouse, and I saw that there's a lot of problem. We have a lot of mice in Nigeria. We have a lot of mice, in place of men. They just look like men and parade as men, but there's a major challenge. And I'm sorry for the generalization, actually. I really don't mean to come across as being unnecessarily rude or using derogatory words. I don't mean to call anybody mice. But what I'm saying is that if the majority in the country, if the higher percentage of the men we have in the country don't have the right understanding, it's a challenge. That's why I would say the typical Nigerian man. I won't say every man, because of course there are exceptions. In every problem we have exceptions. But my challenge is that majority of men have the wrong understanding. Even women, the whole society as a whole, there's a problem with the Nigerian society. So I just
what are the wrong understanding? You say we have the Nigerian men have the wrong understanding. What are the wrong understandings?
Okay, yeah, the wrong understanding in the sense that they have unnecessary ego. They are not able to stand up as men when they are supposed to stand. The only time you see a man standing up is when they want to lord over something or someone. But forgetting that every leader has something they are giving to the society in order for them to become leaders. So we have a set of men who want to lead, but do not have what it takes to lead. So they're trying to force that leadership on the woman without having what it takes. So you see a man that has not done anything that is worth being respected for, just coming up and saying, you must respect me because I'm a man. Don't talk to me, I'm a man. So, but they don't really understand what being a man is. So I think that's why I want to do this.
Have you ever encountered that somebody will tell you, don't talk to me because I'm a man?
Yes, many times. It's normal. It's the normal thing. I think some months ago, sometime last year, I was in a mall. I went to shop for some items. So after shopping, I got to the pay point. There was a queue, and I was only I bought just one item, just a perfume or something. So a man came carrying a very big basket, a lot of provisions for the children or something, as in a very massive basket. And I was in front of him. So, but there's a problem. Even if I was actually behind him, I don't even have to be a man to know that. I can just be sensitive enough to say, okay, since you have one item, can you just do your thing and go? Because I think I have a lot of items. But that's not the problem. This man actually came right in front of me, and started to push to the cashier to say, I came before her. I already dropped my basket. I only went to pick one more thing or something. So at that point I was like, sorry, okay, sorry, whatever it is, but when I came to this line, you were not here. But can you just allow me? The man said, are you okay? Do you talk to your husband like that? Do you know who I am? And I'm like, I don't. So that was it. There was a lot of insults just because I politely asked to be allowed to jump. I was not even jumping the queue. But this man was insinuating that just because he's a man, as in, if he was a woman, there was no problem. But he was like, who are you? You're a very small girl. You're talking to me. I was like, that's not my business. It's not my business. You being a man, wherever you are, I don't care. And I'm going to make this purchase. And that day, I was really ready for trouble. I'm not really like that, but that day, I was like, no, this man, I'm going to clear this thing. At some point, I just told him that I'm going to pay for this item now, and I will do that. And even everybody there, they were not like, yes, Oga, it's true now. She's fully carrying one thing. Just let us, and whatever. At the end of it. So that's just it. So this is a man demanding respect from me. And he has not even done anything respectable. And because he was older than me, he wanted to bully me by his gender and bully me with his age, just because he's a man. So we have a lot of men like that. A lot of men that don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to, when something is going on. I have neighbors a lot of times because there's a kind of connection here that NEPA is connected and everybody. So if the next class is not paying, we are all being affected. And we have men who won't pay their NEPA. And I'll have to go to the WhatsApp and I'll be reminding them, please, you have to pay your NEPA bill. You have to pay. And they still won't pay. And these men are actually leaders in their houses. They are leaders. And when I'm passing the next, somebody will be expecting me to give it some form of regard. And it's very irritating. You're a man, but you're not acting like a man. You're not taking responsibility. You're not taking charge. You're allowing a woman to do what you should do. I shouldn't be concerned about NEPA. But I'm the one to come and remind you, if the thing gets, I have to come to the WhatsApp to come and tell you to take your bill away. So these are the kind of men we have in this society. And these are the kind of people that our boys are emulating. They are making the girls go crazy, women to go crazy. Because you not see women having to step up to take away the bill, having to step up to go and look for NEPA, fix the gen. Because of this thing, and they all raised with it. So it's a very big challenge in society.
What do you see as the fault of the parents in this?
Yes, I see it as a fault of the parents because growing up as a woman, growing up as a girl, I think right from when I was able to, take data and information, I've been preparing to be a wife. Because, when you're not sweeping properly, your mother, that's why women are naturally multitask, as a multitaskers. Because somebody is going to tell you that it's in the biology, but it's not in the biology. It's just the way we are being raised. I'll be sweeping and my mom will tell me, you're not sweeping that thing very right. Is that how you will sweep your husband's house? I didn't even know what husband was or anything. But from age 9 or age 10, I was already ready to be a wife. When you have to cook very well for your husband, there's this thing that you have to go to the husband's house. So everywhere has to be neat, everything has to be put in place. So women are just taking up those roles, but nobody is training the men on those things. After eating with my brother or something, it is just very natural growing up that I be the one to clear up the dishes because I'm the girl. So the man is not being taught that you should take charge of something. You should get up and do something. So every household chores, it's not from the household chores. Every household chores goes to the woman. So if a woman is now being groomed to stand up and take responsibility to make sure everywhere is tidy, it becomes a part of us. It becomes a part of us because we are now naturally built that. And the men are just people that just sit somewhere and a woman is somewhere that will take care of the whole thing. I'm going to go and marry because I'm tired of washing my clothes. I'm going to marry because I'm tired of cooking. Where is that woman? The woman should come and take over all these things. So that's the mentality of the Nigerian man. Getting married to them is like picking a woman who can actually stand up in when, as in those things they are falling short. A woman who can take responsibility for what they should be doing. So that's what the Nigerian man has in mind when going to pick a wife.
So you were speaking about the situation with that man in the store.
Yeah.
And don't you know who I am? Is that the way you speak to your husband? You have to listen to him because I'm a man. And you said that is the normal thing in Nigerian society.
Yes.
If that is the normal thing, where is that coming from? Do they teach them, or do they just pick it up that because I'm a man, then women have to obey me? Or maybe I understand if they are saying, because the one I know about is that in Christianity, people say I'm the head of the family. So because I'm the husband, I'm the head of the family, you have to listen to me. But what you are now saying is that a strange man who is not your husband is coming to tell you that I'm a man, you must listen. Where is that coming from?
Yes, DSA. Even a man who is not your husband demands respect from anybody, from anything called a woman. They demand respect from you just because they are men. And yeah, they demand respect from you. It doesn't even have to be husband, because this is not even a husband to wife thing. It goes beyond husband to wife thing. That one is another challenge. But just in the society, a man thinks that they deserve respect. I am a man, so you must respect me. There's this special kind of respect. And I'm very sure about that, DSA, because I'm going to tell you that I married last year, and the way society treats me became very different. Like, I walk into the mall, if I should encounter the same man, all he has to do is look at my finger, and he will give me a special kind of respect. Because he knows that a man is behind me. As in somewhere, even if the man is not standing by me, he knows that there's a man somewhere. I'm now joined to a man. I'm not complete. I don't deserve your respect. So you can talk down at me. Everything just changed for me because I got married. If I'm working, people are respecting me. People are, hey, madam. It was not like that. What I was hearing before was little girl. What do you know? Things like that. Men were talking down on me, but not anymore. You hear phrases like, I'm going to respect you because you're a married woman. I'm going to give you that respect because you're a married woman. So this just has to do with something that it is just the men. Once you're a man, you are special. And once you bring a woman into the picture, the woman has an invisible covering for when you are not there. And the men know all those things. So that's why they will always demand respect from you, irrespective of whether you are their wives or not.
I think I've had a statement like that before, and I didn't know where that was coming from. There was a lady that somebody was, okay, he's a Nigerian guy, was speaking about another lady on Facebook and said, if not because you are a married woman, I would have told you the way it is. I would have called you your name.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, but maybe do you think that is fragmental? Maybe that is from cultural, not for the whole of Nigeria. Because I grew up in Nigeria till I was 19 years old. But I only grew up in the West. In the West, where you are now, Yoruba land. Yeah. But I never had such a statement before. That because you are a married man, because you are a married woman, that's why I will not abuse you. Or it's not cultural. Because the people I've had said this are mainly from the East. Is there any connection in that? Because I've never had a man in Yoruba land saying, because you are married, we respect you more as a married woman. I will not tell you what I think about you, or I respect you because of your husband. Unless they know your husband and they really respect him. But not just because it's a man. Or I don't know, maybe you didn't notice that, or did you pay attention to that? What will you tell me?
Yes, about that. I actually was born and bred in Lagos. I've lived virtually all my life
in Lagos. Okay.
And yes, and in the vicinity where I grew up, we have predominantly Igbo people. And I'm not going to lie about that. But when it comes to that, I think the Igbo man has a very special kind of pride. You know, they have this a very special kind of, you know, because there are people that want to make a lot of money. So, you know, that money is something that, okay, because I have a lot of money, you have to respect me. But not only for the Igbos, it goes even for the Yorubas. Even if they will not like say it the way the Igbo man will say it, even the Hausas or even the other cultures, even if they want, Igbo man is the one that will put their hand up and tell you that you can't, are you okay? How can you talk? But even when it comes to the other cultures, they have this thing. But it is just, they are not just as vocal about it. You know, there was a video that went viral, I think last month or so, of a woman, I think an Hausa woman, who is a marriage counselor. So she came on Instagram and she did a video, and she was like, how many women can do this to their husbands? How I feed my husband. I think she's from the Hausa or North or something. And she was kneeling down. She brought the food. You know, she knelt down. The man was sitting balancing. You know, and she was doing it like this. I'm giving.
No, but still, that is at least to the husband.
Yes.
But that would not be to a strange man now. Will a strange man everywhere in Nigeria demand that you have to respect him just because he is a man and you are, or he could have talked down at you just because you are not married, and if you are married, then he will not talk down at you because you have a man standing by you. That's everywhere in Nigeria.
Well, I've not really witnessed that per se, but it is just in the air. It is in the air for a woman to know that you don't talk to a man. It is in the air, and that's because, okay, let me even give this example. I was in the office one time, you know, and one of my colleagues was narrating on something that happened. Like, you know, my husband came back very late, around 2 a.m. He was drunk. I was very angry. You know, then he came, he was as if he was going to start pushing me. I just gave him a slap or something. You know, I was very shocked like that. You
the
know,
woman gave the husband a slap.
A slap, yes. They are from, I think she's from Delta. So everybody started as if people were not even saying that, why did the man drink up? Or why did you slap him? You shouldn't have. You should have gone to somewhere to lock up yourself. Everybody was like, no matter what, you don't talk to a man. You don't know he's a man. Even if he's your brother, even if he's your younger brother, you have no right to hit him. And I agree with that. But, you know, what they are trying to paint is that a man deserves a special kind of treatment and a special kind of respect. You know, growing up, everybody is always...
What about the woman?
What?
I thought here in this country where I live in, it is the opposite. It is the woman you must never touch. In Europe in general, it is a woman you must never touch. You can fight a man, you can beat a man, but a woman, if you beat a woman, and you know, that is condemned by the society, is condemned by the authorities, is condemned by the law, is condemned by, especially in the West. If you beat a woman, even if the woman beats you, you cannot beat her back in the West.
Yeah, it's not like that here. As in, this is what I'm going to say it anywhere. And I challenge every man in Nigeria to come and prove me wrong. It's not like that. Over here, if a man hits you, everybody comes to tell you that you've been talking too much, that you abused him. It's your fault that a man hits you. So a man is the person that must never ever be touched, because every man has a crown on their head. Every man is a king. So long as the person is a man, you shouldn't do anything, as you shouldn't hurt them, you shouldn't hit them, you shouldn't talk back at them because they are men. So every man
has a crown on their head. Who told you that one?
Well,
where did you hear that from?
No, as what I'm saying is like, that's like the norm. Like there's like this invisible crown.
Have you ever heard that before? Where did you hear that statement from?
Well, I've not heard it before, actually. What I'm trying to say is that they show this special respect and regard.
No, because everybody has a crown on their head, both men and women.
Here, it's the man. The man's crown is more visible. The man's crown, there must be a king before them. You can only have a crown on your head after you marry as a woman. You can only become a queen after you marry. The society cannot give you a special kind of rest, no matter what you achieve.
No, but
I'm
the
going to,
Bible says we are kings and priests.
Nigerian society does not see it that way, and I'm going to prove it. I have evidences of pictures and videos that I sent. I'm going to prove it. You know, I was very careful not to come over here and just talk, because I don't want people to perceive and say she's a bitter feminist or she has a bias against men. So I was very careful to go and download a lot of pictures, what people comment, and what people post on Facebook, WhatsApp, and even before this video, a week before this video, I asked a general question on WhatsApp, on my WhatsApp status, like, what is wife material to you? Because I have a lot of Nigerian men on my list, so I was getting responses. So
I think this. I see a picture here.
Yes.
This should be.
This is a picture of him.
This should be a Yoruba. This should be a Yoruba family, right?
I don't even know. I saw it on the internet.
Because so the Yorubas are the people kneeling down and prostrating. But I don't think Yorubas still do this at this time to this extent. I think the woman will bow, but not to this extent. Although I heard that in Rivers also, a woman, maybe she doesn't, will she stand? I don't know. Do you think this is happening in Nigeria, anywhere in Nigeria at all?
Maybe in some homes. It's happening. Yes, it's really happening.
Like this?
It's happening in the home.
Like this one I'm seeing now.
Yes. The person that made a video on Instagram was a marriage counselor. So she was counseling ladies like, I still do this to my husband. Do you? It really happens.
Okay, yeah.
It happens, but maybe not as much. Maybe not the way it used to be. But
you are right. I saw one. There is one woman, either she's a banker, maybe she's a banker, MD of a bank or so, who was also saying something like that. That even though I'm banker or MD, but my husband, I still need to give my husband food or something. A Yoruba woman, Awoshika or something.
Yeah, I know Awoshika. I think of Stanbic. I say Stanbic or Stanbic. Yeah, but it's not Ibuku Awoshika.
Yes, I think she is. Yeah.
Yeah, and to be sincere, they say this a woman kneeling down to serve her husband food. You know, this is just a little of the problem that we have. You know, the woman has to kneel down to make the man to feel very big and as a king or something. This is a little problem. If these people were doing it in their houses and not trying to bring it out, if these men are not coming out and expecting other women to respect them like their wives, I think everybody should go to their home and function the way they want to function at the end of the day, because these women are not exposed. Maybe it's a form of humility or something, but I don't know. There's something about this gesture that is demeaning. There is something about it that says I'm
definitely demeaning.
Do with me whatever you want to do. You know, there's something about this gesture that is very wrong.
Yes.
You know, but these men are also what this person is trying to do right now is to pump the ego of this man. And when he goes out, I have a slave at home, I have a woman at home that is worshiping me. So who are you that you shouldn't worship me? So this is what they see at home and what they want to bring out to the society and expect every
Okay, but let me ask you, what percentage of Nigerian men do you think still behave like this in their families?
Maybe in this kneeling down thing.
Yes.
I can't really say. I don't know.
Is it 50%? Is it up to 50%?
It should be up to 50%. Huh? It should be up to 50%. I don't think it's up to 50%. Or people asking their husbands to kneel down or their wives to kneel down and serve them. I don't think it's up to 50%. But there are more form of authority and coercion into submission that is going on. That doesn't have to be about this gesture.
So it will be less than 50%. It will be less than 50%.
Yes. Of men asking their women to kneel down.
Okay.
And give them food. Yeah.
Okay. That.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. On one of the questions, one of the answers I got to the question I asked on WhatsApp, and I got about 18 to 20 of them. But I only picked two to use as a case study here. So
Okay.
this is the question I asked. I said to the men, what is wife material to you? So I got a lot of answers, but I said, let me pick one from a man that is a bit sound, or the Nigerian sound man. Let me pick one and pick one from the one that is still very much laid back. And so this is the answer I got from the sound man. The man is saying, wife material to me is a lady whose most priority is on the welfare of her family, husband and children. She must protect them in prayers. She must protect them. She must give them care. She must correct, encourage them, give them enough attention, and teach them and dialogue with them for the best. Now, DSA, to be sincere, 2 years ago, there was nothing wrong with this to me.
What about our own? What about our own calling and fulfillment?
Exactly, that's what I'm going to DSA. So that's what I'm saying. 2 years ago, this was not a problem, and this is not a problem to the normal Nigerian lady. The ones that are educated and enlightened. This is not a problem that their husband and children are their priority. But because I know better, I can now say for a fact that there's a even from the sound man, from a man that is really sound and won't want to cause the woman to become a slave.
That is from the best of Nigerian men, eh?
Yes, from the best of Nigerian men, DSA. This is what you're going to get. And I challenge every viewer out there to post this on social media platform. Throw out those questions out. Throw this question, and you will see the kind of answers you'll be getting. This is from the educated Nigerian man. And so this man is somebody I respect so much.
You know the man?
This is somebody that...
You know the man yourself?
Yes, I know him. Yeah.
So he's a sophisticated Nigerian.
Yes, he's a normal guy. He's educated, very much enlightened. He even schooled in Germany and came back. So he's a very enlightened person. And this is what I got from him. So he's not asking for a woman that would... So this man thinks that a woman's prayer, a woman is the one to pray, to protect him. He thinks that the woman is the one to give him attention. The woman should correct him. The woman should teach him. So if a woman is doing all these things, what is your job as the man? Why are you bringing a woman into your house and tell her to make it your priority?
So the woman then is the priest of the family, not the husband again.
Yes, exactly. And this is from the normal. You will hear people that will tell you that the prayer of a woman works wonders, and a wise woman builds their home. So this is from a typical religious, educated.
No, are they not the same people who?
Are
they not the same people who say the husband is the covering, is the head? If the husband is the head, is he not the one to cover the wife and the children?
The husband is the master. He's the master, but it's not the covering.
Okay, he's the master.
Yeah, so they think that a prayerful woman and a woman that is all those things is what they need. So you can see that he's not saying that. Right now, if I were to be very single and I go out on a date and I ask a man, what is wife material to you? And he says all these things, I will just know that this person, there's some. But before, I didn't know there was anything wrong with it.
So what is the second answer?
Okay, let's get the second answer.
Can we have the second answer?
From the person that is not very much exposed.
Okay.
Okay. From the person that's not very much exposed or that has not risen to be as educated or enlightened as that person, he said, a woman who knows God, who is a good cook, who can do chores without complaining, a woman who can take care of children and love them. She must be meek, humble, and willing in submission to her husband. She must respect me at all times. She must not be rude or speak back to her husband.
My God.
She should respect my mother and family. I don't want a woman that will be denying me sex when I need it. She must have a good paying job too, not become a liability. She should be very prayerful enough to cover for her family.
My God.
The prayer of a woman is important to the family.
Who is the woman that will sign up to this one?
Yes, and many of them will sign up. Many of them will sign up. It's not a joke. If you post this thing on social media now and say, this is what I'm looking for, our girls are going to queue up. Our girls are going to line up for this man.
But anyway, I want you to analyze this answer because this is crazy. Please go ahead, throw out the whole thing.
Okay, right now, this person is trying to tell me now that they need a maid. They need a housemaid.
Yes, go ahead,
and
please.
They need income from the maid. So while you're at home doing all the chores and doing everything, you still have to go out and work. While all the man has to do is maybe also work, but maybe just in his job or his business. But this man also has to go to a business. This man also has to go to a job and still come back home at the end of the month with money. The woman still has to support you financially and carry all those things. She has to respect your mother and family that she has not met, and we don't know if those people are going to respect her. So a woman is just, somebody is just there, right there, just waiting for you to come into your house, and then you're going to reprogram her into what she wants her to be. And she's going to not deny you sex, even when she's emotionally down, even when she's suffering, maybe after childbirth, when she needs rest after the long day's job and having to come back by 10 p.m. to cook your food. She still has to open your leg and allow you to have sex, allow you to have sexual gratification and orgasm. Because the only thing you think with is your penis. You don't think with your brain is not functioning. So you're expecting a willing slave that will do all these things and still at night, just like a robot, open their legs for you to have gratification. So as a matter of fact, I didn't give this person any response. I didn't give the other person any response because all I was doing was just gathering information for my video. So this is what the crazy Nigerian man, the one that is not enlightened, this is what's white material. When they say, I want to marry, this is the picture they have in their head.
So how many percentage of men, how many percentage of Nigerian men are like this?
Oh, for this one, I'm going to say like 60% of, I'm going to say it, like 60% of Nigerian men are like this. And then maybe we have 30% that are just like my other brother, and I will not blame him because a lot of people don't know what purpose and calling is. Because I didn't even know what purpose and calling is too. So I won't blame that one. At least he's even a bit lenient. So that is it. The typical Nigerian man that is exposed is a bit lenient in his understanding of a wife. But the one that is coming from a village or coming from somewhere or coming from a house where the mother has treated him and pampered him so much is going to bring a woman and turn her into something and make her give birth to children and make her become a housemaid and also make her to become a money-bringing machine. 60% of Nigerian men are like that. And I have evidence to show for it. I'm going to show it. They are like that. If we go to some top platforms and post this question, you'll be amazed at the answers that we are going to get.
Wow.
They are like that.
Scary. Okay, I'm sure.
Gets my soul.
I'm sure you have some other points.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. There's this video of a senator that went viral recently. A senator that walked into a store and was hitting up a woman. I don't know if you saw the video.
Yes.
So apparently, so the man walked into the store and maybe because an unknown woman didn't respect him. So that's what I'm saying. So this man, he has a position as well. So he has two things that made him to expect that somebody should respect him. One of them is that he's a senator, and the other one is that he's a man. And the person talking to him is a woman. So according to what he said anger. So what angered you that somebody is talking to you? Because he felt that your ego has been disturbed. So he had to pick up his hand and he had to start hitting the woman he doesn't know and dragging her. He had policemen standing and watching him. And he was hitting the woman and he was hitting her. He slapped her once, twice, and he started to drag her out. So that's the kind of men that are coming to come and step up and say they want to be leaders. This is the kind of youth that we are producing that say they want to take over from Buhari. So this is somebody that wants to take the youth that we have, that say they want to take over from old men, that old men are ruling us too much. So this is a definition of a young man that got a position in the political sector, and this is what he can offer. Having to hit a woman. Can Buhari do this, or Atiku? So even those old men understand ordinary social etiquette. Even if they do it in private, they have the understanding to know that they won't come and do this in public or do it to somebody that they don't know. So how can a young man come and tell me that they want to rule Nigeria? Because this is fundamental. They've been brought up to behave like this.
But I think we have to balance it by saying that he had done this before he became a senator. He was just elected senator a few months ago.
Yeah, a few months ago, but maybe then he was still campaigning. By the time he did this, I'm sure.
I don't think it's connected to. I think it's the social media. I think it's the social media making a big deal about the fact that it's a senator. But I personally think that this is the normal behavior of big men in Nigeria. You don't have to be a senator to behave like this. I think everybody that sees himself as a big man and who has money in Nigeria behaves like this.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's the Nigerian man. And it is from these men that we pick our leaders from. So it is from them that we get leaders, that we get people to come and become our leaders.
But also we have to say that
so this is from.
We have to also say that the man apologized, isn't it?
Yeah, he apologized because it is now on social media and everybody is coming to call him out and disturb his life.
He was going to be sent to jail.
His position is at stake or something. So he has to apologize. But what if this didn't go viral? He's going to do it again. And I know that this man is going to hit another woman, but he's going to make sure there are no cameras. After hitting the woman, he's going to say, bring all the cameras. This is going to happen. If a man is hitting a woman, he's going to keep, and I can say for sure that this person is also hitting his wife at home. Because the woman also came on social media to support him. Even after seeing the video, she said, my husband is innocent and didn't do this thing. So, this person must be,
No, so some people, did you see the video of the apology of the man?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yes, I did. I saw it.
Okay, but a lot of people who saw it said he never repented to the woman. He never apologized to the woman, but he did. He mentioned the name of the woman. And he mentioned the family of the woman, and he apologized as well. So some people, even on my platform, are saying, no, he mentioned everybody, but he didn't mention the woman. They just wanted to make him look evil. No, but he mentioned the name of the woman and her family.
Yeah, okay.
I agree with you. I agree with you that it is fear of consequence. That it is the fear of consequence that made him.
Social media has made him accountable. People are calling him prosecute Senator Elisha or Elijah. What's his name? I don't even know his name.
Elisha.
So it's Elisha. I have to go and apologize. So, but my question now is, what if there was no recording? Would he have gone to apologize?
Okay.
What if it didn't go viral?
But this is one person who is not even, said he's a Christian, but he's not a pastor. But we just had another case with a pastor in Nigeria, big pastor. He never came out to apologize like this. He didn't even write a letter of apology like this. So who is leading who? You are talking of Pastor Oyedepo. No, I'm talking of Abuja pastor. This week is going on right now.
Closer.
Yes, he never came out to apologize, and even Oyedepo too never came out to apologize. That's why I personally posted the apology of this guy as a good example for Christian leaders and for political leaders too. At least he's done something that even pastors didn't do. Even if it is by the social media even if it is through the pressure of the social media, but the pressure of the social media was on Oyedepo too. The social media was on Oyedepo too, and he didn't apologize. And he even came out to say, I will not apologize. And then the pressure, social pressure also came on this Kosa pastor, and he and the wife came to rather say they are right.
Damage control. So that's just the typical Nigerian man, who goes to a shop and expects that maybe that person, the person at the mall I was narrating, maybe if not for my confidence, because I was also telling him that at some point he said he was going to slap me, but I was giving him, I was telling him that if you try it, you won't believe what will happen to you. So if I didn't have a voice, if I was a bit shy and timid,
He was going to slap you. Somebody just from who
he
saw.
told me, yes, yes, he said it. I'm going to slap you. Do you know who my wife, and I don't even know you, and you're going to slap me because you're a man, and I didn't allow you to take my spot. So that's the kind of man. So if I was a bit timid, but he was afraid by the way I was talking. I was challenging him. I was like, if you try it, I will show you. You will sleep in prison. And he didn't know me, of course. So he'll be like, hey, are you sure this person? I don't know this person, no. So in his mind, even if he didn't say it, but I've already given him that I'm not the kind of girl that you're going to slap. But maybe that man would have slapped me. So this is just typical. Men demand respect, even if they've not worked for it, even if they've not done anything to you. They just expect that you respect them because they are men and they are male. So that is just, the senator is just one out of many men. So he just happens to be a social figure. So he's just like, how can a big man be doing this? But it is typical for the normal man.
But what surprised me with that guy is that he was saying,
you don't walk into a place and there are no seats, and a man is going to stand up and let the woman sit down.
The guy was
demanding some special form of regard and respect.
The senator in his apology.
Yes, this is a real.
The senator in his apology was saying that he's a servant of Christ, so he's a believer, and saying this is not who I am. I don't behave like this. So what are you doing in a sex shop? If you are a soldier or an ambassador of Christ, what are you doing in a sex shop?
Oh, yes.
And then you went to sex shop, and then you are still behaving like a hooligan, and you are coming now to put the name of Christ to it, and you are saying you are different.
Yes. So that's just what we are talking about. This is a written speech, of course. Somebody has written down that speech and said, go and read it. So, you have to just come and read it. It doesn't, because it's a social figure, of course, you will have intelligent people that will write the kind of speech. Even the Kosa pastor or whatever. I know it's not the one that wrote. We are intelligent enough to know that they are not the ones that write their speech because they are social figures. So they will just come and read the thing and say, hey, I'm apologizing. So, yeah. Okay, now. Sorry, let's move this picture away. I think it's for later. We're going to leave it.
Okay. So what? Okay, go ahead and talk then.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to move to another point now. When it comes to marriage, bride price. I'm going to talk about bride price. The Nigerian man's understanding about bride price. The typical Nigerian man's understanding about bride price. Okay, now let's look at this picture and let's go to the next one.
We should remove this. We should remove this picture. It's for later.
Now I'm going to explain what happened with the next picture.
No, this one. You want this or the next picture?
The next one.
Okay, There's
one that has a write-up on it.
Okay. What is the write-up? This one?
Yeah, this one.
This one, okay.
Yes. But I can't really see it.
You want to read it?
Yes, there's a write-up I have to read.
You want us to read it, eh?
Yes. Because I can't see it clearly.
Let me try to see if I can see it because, I'm an old man myself. If you cannot see it with your eyes, I wonder what my eyes would do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call on Anu. Come here. Anu is somewhere here. Maybe he can help us out. Can you see from here? Or it's better for it to be there? No, you've got to speak into the microphone. Okay, can you read it?
All right,
you try to talk loud.
Okay. Marital bliss. I need your advice and prayers. My husband to be, I'll call him my husband to be because he has paid all due possible things on my hair. We are just waiting for the date of our wedding to be fixed. But last month, I went to his house to pass the night with him and to put some things together too. Together with him in his room while playing, it was like, open your extend or something like that. Let me transfer a movie to you. The movie is for married people. And jokingly, I said, are you married? He picked offense and stopped sending the movie to me. He left me on the bed and laid on the floor. Few minutes, he stood up and started insulting me and saying many sort of annoying words that pained me. But I didn't say anything because I knew he was having a bad mood. But he kept on insulting and comparing me with his ex-girls. As a woman, and because my question provoked him, I asked.
Okay. Tepe pakaji photo eti.
Okay.
Predidushe. Yeah, can you explain the situation again? Because I heard the story, but maybe you can understand it better because I can't understand it.
Okay.
Explain to us.
Yes, let me expatiate now.
Yes.
So this lady came on Facebook and she was asking for people to advise her because a man has paid her bride price. So, she said, I call him we've not had our wedding yet, but I call him my husband because he has paid all the necessary dues on my head. So, this man has obviously met up with the cultural bride price list or something. So they are just waiting for their wedding dates. So she went to pass the night and to visit him, and the man had to beat her black and blue for asking him, are they married? Because the man was jokingly asking her, are we married? And
why was she asking the question?
Yes, because the man wanted something.
Okay.
Wanted to put something on her phone and said that thing was for married people. I don't know, but if I can suggest, maybe pornography or I don't know, but from what that statement is insinuating that the video is only for married people to watch.
Okay.
So if there are some married people that watch those kind of whatever. So the woman now asked, and perhaps we won't ask again, maybe he was asking for sexual intercourse. And then she asked, are we married? And the man whose ego has been bruised will be like, so after I worked so hard and used my hard-earned money to pay your bride price, you are still asking me if I'm married.
Now I understand.
So, yes. So just that question of are we married? Asking a man who has paid your bride price, are you married? Was enough to beat her black and blue. To beat her to the point of almost making her eyes to go blind. So the woman came and was asking, what should I do? Should I still go ahead and marry him? So this is what this bride price does to the typical Nigerian. Not all, I'm going to say it again. I'm sorry for any form of generalization.
No, but the bride price is not,
we have some
the bride price is not all over Nigeria again, no. For example, for the Yorubas, I know for sure that bride price is not a big deal anymore.
Yes, the bride price is a thing. They are still doing bride price.
No, in Yoruba land, it's more
last year there was bride price.
It's more symbolic. In Yoruba land, it's more symbolic. But
it's not symbolic. Yes.
But with this, what this woman is talking about is like, it's not like symbolic. It's like paying. There is nothing like that in Yoruba land, that they are not even married. There has been paid bride price. There is nothing like that in Yoruba land. That you are not married, you are just getting ready to marry. They have paid something. They don't pay money. They just bring yam. They bring these things, but they are not telling you how many to bring or how big it is or money. In fact, maybe it's just as little as $2,000, at least, I mean, 2,000 naira or
Yes.
200 naira even with the Yoruba people.
Yes. But yes, I'm sorry to ask, but why that thing?
No, I think it's just
Why does
I think
that?
it's just ceremony.
It's just cultural.
Yeah,
It's just cultural
it's
and
just more
symbolic.
ceremony.
But
But I
yes,
think in some part of Nigeria though, I don't know. I think there's
yes,
some other parts of Nigeria where it's a big deal. Because for
yes,
example,
like Igbo. It's a
I
very
didn't
big
pay
deal.
any
Yes.
bride price with my wife. We didn't even do symbolic. We didn't even do ceremonial. We didn't even do anything. And the father and the mother, they didn't even request for it or anything like that. And if you ask most Yoruba women, they will tell you the same thing, that their husband, maybe just symbolic, but not compulsory. It's not like you must pay before you take our daughter. No.
Yes, but at the end of the day, that thing has something. Yes, I'm telling you for sure that some men who are not enlightened, that culture, they perceive it
So
as
this is the same
outrage.
woman. She used
Yes, that was
she
beaten
used to
like
be
that.
beautiful
That's what I'm talking about.
before
So this
the
woman
laying
said,
on of hands by the beloved
yes,
husband.
yes. So this woman said it that because the man has paid everything on my head, we've not done the final ceremony. But that thing is enough for me to call him my husband
And
and
that is what I'm
everything.
saying, that terminology, paid the price on my head, paid
Yes.
everything on my head.
Ye-
They used to do it in
Yes.
Yoruba land, Yoruba land too. In fact, up till now, they still have a statement like that. Olowo ori mi. That is, you are the one who paid the
Yes.
price for my head. But it's more like language now. But I don't think it's still being practiced. I don't know. Maybe Yoruba guys have left Nigeria 30 something years ago. But I think, what about in the north? Do they have it in the north?
I think they still have it all over Nigeria, but maybe the Igbo tribe has it, they take it more seriously also. Maybe Igbo and Delta and those other ethnic or something. The South and Southeast, I think they take it more, they are the ones that exploit people
Are you sure they
like
have it in
that.
south
But
south?
they do, yes, this is bride price is still very norm. It's still norm in Nigeria. They are still paying bride price everywhere, even the Yoruba land. Though not as pronounced as the Igbo culture, but they are still paying that thing. And I think it should be banned until, I don't know, it should be banned. But maybe if they're going to resurrect that culture, maybe they should, after reorientation or something. I don't know what does it even do? What's with the culture? Why does a man have to pay something or bring something? What's that symbol? What is it about? I don't, because what's the culture doing for anyone? It is only fueling the ego of the man to tell him that I paid. Okay, why is the woman not also paying back? So this is part of what the Nigerian man has in his head to say, just because I've paid for your bride price, I've paid. And what is even more annoying is those Igbo culture that now write a very kind of list that gets to millions. So the man grudgingly pays up this thing, and one day when the woman tries to talk, he just gets angry that this woman that I emptied my account to marry, you are talking to me, and they will start to hit up that woman and beat her up and get. So this bride price, the Nigerian man does not understand that this bride price is just a symbol.
So
So they don't.
you mean that we should just get the government to ban it?
Yes, it should be banned because they don't understand. To I've paid your bride price. I've paid your, so that price. Maybe when items have price, maybe items off the shelf in a mall or a supermarket. So they think that is how a woman is a commodity to be purchased.
But
That is how they are
why is
processing
it that
people.
not too many women in Nigeria are raising a campaign against it?
Because they don't understand, they are all brainwashed.
No,
The society has taught
I'm
them.
talking about the elite, the Nollywood stars, the women. They are raising campaign about different
Yes,
things.
DSA. Yes, DSA. Even they don't understand this thing. Even me, myself, I didn't understand it. Last year or last 2 years, this lady brought it up for the very first time to my hearing. Elizabeth, I know. She brought it up. And I remember I fought her on that post. Like, why would you say that? It is the honor. So the woman perceives it as a honor. A man is honoring me and my parents by paying my bride price. But why does a man have to pay something? You know, to of course, whatever the man is paying cannot make up for all the many years that your parents groomed you, for all the inputs, all the financial obligations and whatever. So why is that a culture? Why is that a thing?
You know, you are talking,
Because
these things you are talking to me now, it's like we are coming from different countries. I can't believe it, what you are telling me. That is such a big problem in Nigeria.
it is. That is the thing. Yes, say it is the norm. It is normal. People pay bride price well over here. But what I hear actually is that maybe in some Yoruba culture, it's always a very little amount of money. And same goes for the Igbo too. So what the Igbo people do is that they write a very big list. I don't know. I sent some list or something. I don't know if you guys
can we find a
it.
list?
You know, they write a very big list, you know, and then at the end of the day, after writing that list, they now put maybe 10 naira. That was what happened to my elder sister. So the list that they wrote was rising to hundreds of thousands. But what they now called and said bride price is very small. Maybe just a little 5 naira or 10 naira. But this list has already taken up everything the man has. If the man is just a starter. So this is kind of list we have. You know, 7 crates of malt, 2 cows, 10 bags of rice, you know, all those outrageous things. And at the end of the day, they will not tell you to pay 5 naira for the actual bride price. So this is, people are taking advantage of this.
What are the things in the list?
I can't see, but I can see stuff like 2 crates of, I don't know, can someone
you mentioned some things before.
Yeah, that's from my head. Like the normal things that are
like what? Like what?
You know, okay, I can see now. This is 38 crates of soft drink minerals, 20 crates of malts, 10 cartons of beer, and crates of stout beer, 1 carton of whatever hot drink, 1 carton of assorted wine, 10 jars of palm wine, 1 bag of rice, 10 bottles of ever wine. You know, and the list goes on and on like that. You know,
mean this happens in Nigeria? No, I'm sure there is no list like this where I grew up. I bet you in Yoruba land, list like this, I doubt it.
Yes, it is not in all cultures. That's what I'm saying. All cultures do not like exploit people this much at the end of the day. But there are cultures that take real advantage of it. Okay, yeah, I remember growing up. You know, my mom would say something that is supposed to make us proud as our girls. You know, she would say like, there's this what she says that Oko Owere Kwonu. That's in Igbo, and that means that a woman to make a soup, to make this soup that is called Oko Owere is very expensive. And it's expensive because it has a lot of assorted orishi inside, snails, cow leg, and a lot of things to make it very rich. And it's very expensive that only rich people can afford to cook that food. So it is very, so she's not likely it to be
make somebody write the name of the soup for me. Me, I want somebody to make it for
yeah, it's very nice.
I want to taste that kind of thing though. The only one I tasted was the head of something they call Isiegu is the only one I've tasted. I don't know there is one that is more expensive than Isiegu. That's the one I want.
Yes. So they are not likely this to the woman. So they will not say that. So they will not say that if you are from this part of the world, if you are from Owerri, if you are from Imo, then you are very expensive. So you should be proud that you are expensive, and not all men can afford you. So you are not a commodity that men should be, you know, they say the more expensive it is, the more valuable the item. So as a woman, it depends on how much a man has to pay to purchase you to make you his wife. So that would determine how he would respect you. But that's a lie. That's not true. A man is not going to respect you because he paid so much money. So that is the kind of mindset that even the women have.
Okay, what about if the woman decides to divorce and walk away?
The way they do it is that they will have to go and return all those items. That's the way they divorce.
Where is that happening?
all
I'm
of
not
them, but
aware of what. I'm
there are
not
some
aware of this. I've
mindset
never heard of
that is
something
going to be
like this.
selected.
Where is this happening like this?
It's happening in Nigeria, yes. It's happening here.
I grew up in Nigeria. I have my sister who has divorced and everything. Nobody returning anything at all because nothing was given in the first place.
They don't return everything. They don't. Yeah. Well, in people, and there are some things that has to be.
I said they are not even returning. I never had a concept. I never had a concept like that. And I have to find out if Nigeria is different now or if Yoruba land is different. But when I was growing up, I never heard of Yoruba people saying, you know, you have to return some money for family because of divorce. Never had anything like that before.
It happens, yes. Maybe you should make calls to Nigeria to find out. But it happens. If this is the norm. So that's why I said that a lot of things are wrong. You've been there for so long, and a lot of things are wrong. Things are still going on like this. So that is why a man has to beat up the woman after paying all these things probably. And you are not asking me, are we married?
Now I understand. You know, there has been a puzzled question that has puzzled me for many years before. Now today I think I got an answer. And the question was that if you go to the internet, you can search for Nigerian men killing their wives overseas, abroad. Nigerian men killing their wives abroad. There were 22 cases. And out of these 22 cases of people who killed their wives, Igbo men were 19. The rest of Nigeria were the rest of the 3.
Yes.
So,
yes, I'm going to explain that.
And now I think I begin to have the explanation now. If those men actually paid money as expensive as this, now it's beginning to make sense to me. That because they are thinking, we came abroad, you've taken all my money, and now I cannot control you again. And now they say, okay, instead of that, then I would rather kill you. I think now I think I have an explanation now.
Yes, and that's why most of them don't like their wives to come to abroad or overseas. Most of the Igbo men like to travel and hustle and come back, you know, maybe once in 2 years or once a year. But they don't like to carry their wives along because they believe that these women are going to grow wings because the society there is standing for women. So they don't want their wives to come and join them because they believe that the women are going to start challenging their authority. So this is part of the things that gives pride to the Nigerian man. I paid something. I paid a lot of money to purchase my wife. You know, and I'm going to say this, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to attest to the fact that the typical Igbo man, his pride is in his wife. Now, I'm talking about those business moguls, those businessmen. You know, you can never see their wives, you know, looking all tattered and dejected or as if she's lacking anything. And that is because they pamper her in public. You know, they give her the best of cars. You know, a woman is supposed to just set up any kind of business that the man chooses, maybe selling of clothes or something in a boutique or something. And that is just because she's supposed to have the best of hair and the best of dresses and jewelries. Because she is like the trophy. And they believe that they're going to be judged by how their woman is looking. So if my woman is looking fresh, so this Igbo man does not mind having to walk on bare feet while his wife is driving a very posh car. Because that's like his pride, that's his trophy, to make her look. And that's why most girls want to marry a man.
Yes, and I saw a news report or one of those Nigerian newspapers where they say that it's good to marry an Igbo man.
Yes.
That the Igbo men are the best to marry in Nigeria. Maybe they will take care of the women. The women are the ones saying that, though.
Yes, because the Igbo man is a very short course to your life, and so you don't have to work. When you marry the Igbo man, all you have to do is stay at home and take care of the children. So for a typical Nigerian girl that does not have any intelligence, But the typical dumb Nigerian girl, she's happy with living in a posh home and having cars to play around and doing school runs for the children. So she's just there to be a baby factory to give birth to girls, to children, and there must be a boy or two boys. You can't give birth and not give birth to a boy. So that's her job.
So you want to start revolution in this country? The way I'm looking at you now, it's like you want to start revolution in that country.
Yes, this is the best me, they pay me. This is they pay me, yes, I'm telling you, it strikes me.
It's like you are going to cause trouble for that country.
Yes, it's a big thing.
Because even the Nollywood stars are not talking. Even the Nollywood stars are quiet.
Yes. When I was single, okay, let me narrate this experience. When I was single, I think in 2017 or thereabout, I had this experience. I just closed from work in the afternoon. So I was about to board a keke to my house or something.
No, so how can a young girl, beautiful girl like you be riding on keke? No, that's a disgrace. They should ban the keke itself in Nigeria.
Yes, in the first place, I've not gathered enough money to buy myself a car, and I didn't have a man to buy me that car. So, so I was planning to get that keke. So a man was.
So is keke the same thing as Okada?
Tricycle. No, tricycle.
Oh, so keke is different from Okada.
Is the tricycle.
Okay, tricycle is a keke.
Yeah, tricycle.
And Okada is a bicycle.
Bicycle.
Is it bicycle they call it? Yeah,
Yes.
bicycle. Eh? No, motorcycle I think they call it. I think they call it motorcycle. It's not bicycle, it's motorcycle.
Yeah, motorcycle, yeah.
Yes. Okada. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I was standing and a man approached me. He was looking healthy. And well, when I say healthy, that means his perfume was expensive, obviously, and it was posh.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so he started to talk to me. Of course, I was not, hi, hello. I could already see his accent, like, all these big boys. So he was talking. I was not giving him any attention. So, you know what this man did? This man went to the other side of the room and drove his car. He was driving a G-Wagon. So he now went to make a turn and came with the car to stand in my front. And then he wheeled down like, hello. So I cannot see that I have a G-Wagon. Do you want to call me? So if he's coming to talk to me and I'm not responding, so that G-Wagon, somewhere in his head,
he go do the magic.
The Nigerian girl. Yes. So if his appearance was not enough, the G-Wagon has already spoken volumes. And of course, to be sincere, I was actually going to respond to the man, but he was not patient enough. When I say not patient, I think at the point where I was going to respond was when he now went to turn with the car. I've not met DSA then. I didn't know anything about a woman and her calling or whatever. But it was just something that I had at the back of my mind, but I just couldn't understand it. So when the man did this, I was like, the pride in me was like, so this man, you actually think you can woo me with a car. So because you brought a car, that's the only reason I'm not going to talk to you right now. And I did not. So this is just typical of the Nigerian girl. They are moved by a man that can give them shortcuts in their life. A woman does not know who they are or what they stand for. Their life is usually based on the man. So a woman's life does not begin until she meets a man. So what happens is that you see a woman becoming a lot of things. If I meet this boyfriend, so this boyfriend has to program me to become what he wants, and I'm that for some time. So if we break up and I meet another boyfriend, the other boyfriend has to give me his template. So we are only working with the templates of the man. A woman does not have an identity. So if I meet the man, I will know what to do. If I meet a man, I will know what business to go. I will know what job to do. This is the typical Nigerian girl. Not all of them, actually. But the typical Nigerian girl, this is what is on their head. Marriage. So they believe that that's why you will see somebody say, hey, this is the happiest day of my life. My wedding day is the happiest day of my life. Because their wedding day is the day they discovered who they will be forever. Because all their lives, they've been jumping from being one person to the other. So now that they are tying the knots forever with a man, it is the happiest day of their life. Because right now, they are going to become one person. They are not going to change for any reason again. So I'm settling down. So settling down, that is when the woman will now start thinking of her future, which is getting pregnant, which is giving birth, which is doing school runs, which is doing. So a woman just comes to this world, she's nothing until she gets married. After she gets married, no matter what the man does, she does not divorce because the man is her name. If the man offends you, you can't divorce him because they will not say God hates divorce. But that, apart from the God hates divorce, it's because when they go out, they don't have anything to do with themselves again. So they're going to stay and be abused. That's why this woman, after punching her eyes, she can still come and be asking for advice because she's still nothing. Because she believes that a man is supposed to come and tell her what to do and how to live her life. So the Nigerian man chooses their profession for their wives. So if I get married right now, my husband is supposed to tell me, I'm just supposed to be his helpmeet. A woman thinks they are created just to come to the world and help a man. So until that man comes that they will help, they are nothing. They are just roaming around. So the Nigerian girl is ready to, after marriage, just quit her job and wait for what the man wants her to do. You know, I have my degree. If you want, I have degree and I have these skills. So the man is now the one to now say, this is the career you are going to go and do. And you have to do it because you have to be submissive. So a woman does not have any calling. Her calling is in the purpose of her husband. So while we are grooming our men, a man cannot, in the Nigerian setting, a woman can go into marriage with 0,000 in her account. Like nothing. She does not have nothing. A woman can marry just with the clothes she's wearing and not have anything. You know, at the end of the day. But
So which means that every Nigerian woman must read this book.
Yes, DSA. I think I recommended this at the end of the whatever. So that's what I'm saying. So a woman is just there just to look for that man to help. So she's ready to go into marriage with 0 account. And when she marries, the man is supposed to be her coverage. But a man, we have raised our men to know that you can't marry with 0 naira. You know, you have to raise money. You have to have an apartment. You have to have a car. You have to have some basic needs before bringing a woman. But the woman is groomed to just stay like a dundee and be waiting to just go and join themselves to any man. So that is this. That is the problem. That is a very big issue. You know, it is enough that people are getting married without having an understanding of who they are. That can even be permissible. And we are talking about women who, normal women who still even have something to offer to the society, although they still have not discovered their real purpose and whatever, but they are still doing something. But what is more shameful is the one that believes that there's a man out there that she's going to help. And until she sees that man, her life has not started. And I'm going to give an example. I don't know. I have someone in the house right now. I don't know if she'll be hearing my voice, but I'm going to say it because I said it blunt to her. You know, she's a domestic. She helps out at home. So I asked her. I said, "So what's your plan?" Of course, I don't expect you to be in this job forever. You know, you're doing this job. I don't expect you to be here. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? What do you want for yourself? You know. And she didn't say anything. So I of course, I knew what was going on in her head. So I now said, wait, are you telling me that you're just fucking? Do you think you're going to be here in 15 years, 20 years? Of course, you can't. I don't advise you to do this job. You know, what a thinking person would say is that they're actually like gathering up some money to learn a skill, go back to school or something, because that's why some people work for some time. But this person is just working because she's actually, she said she's actually just hoping that in the process of doing this job, she's going to get married. So she's just
so marriage is the way out.
Yes. And I told her, I said, come, there's no fairy tale. I told her, she may be hearing me. And I told her, I said, See, there's no fairy tale ending anymore. It only happens in Nollywood, and that's why Nollywood should also be banned. Nollywood should be banned because that's what they're painting. They're going to be painting, and she spent a lot of time watching Nollywood. Nollywood is going to be telling you of that poor girl that got married to a prince. So the girl was walking on the road one day, and the prince packed his car and said, "No, I will marry you." And she will get this thing. No, the king will say, don't marry her. They have to marry a princess. And then the prince will now say, no, she's the one I love. And after all said and done, they're going to have a happy ending. It's not happening. It only happens in movies. That is what the Nollywood are always projecting. They're always deceiving our young girls to think that there's something like that. There's nothing like that. The rich wants to marry the rich. You attract what you are. You only attract your class. This is real life. In real life, if you are rich, the rich is going to come and marry you. And if you are poor, you want to marry the poor. I said the only kind of man that's going to marry you is probably a driver or cadman, because you are on the same level. I'm not trying to crush your faith. I'm not trying to crush your hope. But don't take that thing out of your head. Men like class. They like a woman that is presentable. So until you're able to afford and know what you have, nobody is going to marry you. Only going to marry your kind. So if you know the person you want to marry, start working to become like him. Start thinking of going to get something to bring something. Yeah. Okay, I think we should move on. So still on there's a picture that came before now.
Before
so still on the bride price. Yeah, so this is what happens.
Prostitution. This one?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, sir. So this is also what happens in some tribes where after a woman loses her husband, she's meant to go through this thing, having to shave her hair, treat her bad, give her water that you use to wash the cups to drink. Although it doesn't happen as much again, I think they still have the shaving of hair part, but I don't know if that cups water still happens. But this is because the man has paid for you, so you've lost your crown. That is what the shaving of hair symbolizes. When your husband dies, you lose your crown. So you are nothing. You're shamed, as in you're now empty as a woman. So your hair, your beauty is gone because the man that paid for it is no more. So this is as a result of this culture, this bride price of a thing. And most of the time, those men are told that they can't even remarry. Or if they want to marry, they have to marry a relation, maybe the brother of the man, because my brother pays your bride price. So even if he dies, I still own you. So these things still happen, though not as much, because we now have educated women that are going to call human rights. Women are going to call their lawyers to come and fight. But those ones that don't have a voice, and most of the time, most cultures still do this. Many of them are not doing it anymore. But this is all part of it. We are not progressive. We are still holding on to certain culture. That bride price of a thing, I don't know. Elizabeth has written a book about it. Bride price should not be in the equation at all, because I don't see why anybody should be subjected to this kind of life, where because a man paid something or a symbol or something, so I have to live the rest of my life with that man, dead or alive. So that is the thing about the bride price. I think we'll move to the next now.
Wow.
Okay, we'll talk about infidelity in a marriage, according to the Nigerian man's mentality.
Okay.
Infidelity in a marriage. Okay, that goes to be about what happens when a Nigerian man cheats. No, I don't think it's this picture. What happens when the Nigerian man cheats, and what happens when
a woman cheats?
A woman cheats. Yeah, so there's a picture of a man that poured hot water on the woman.
Hot water?
So I think that's what they did. Yes.
My God.
So, yeah, so we're going to read what is written there.
Can you read it? You can't see it?
The first picture, I can't see it. Okay, the first picture is that of a man whose wife who poured hot water on his wife. I can't see it very clearly.
Please, Anu, can you come and help us?
Okay, I can see it now.
Okay, good.
The first picture is that of a man whose wife bathed with hot water because she slept because she was caught in their matrimonial home sleeping with another woman. The second picture is that of a woman whipped by her husband for sleeping with a neighbor. Many men said that the man did the right thing by whipping his wife so mercilessly, and some even said that he should have killed her. So this is what happens when a Nigerian woman is caught. So one of this one that has hot water on her body was caught. Maybe she's a lesbian or bisexual. So I think she was caught sleeping with a woman in her house. So the man had to boil up.
It's a man.
And treat her. No, it's a woman.
No, it's written it's a man in the thing you just read.
Okay. Okay. Maybe that's a misconception then. That's a mistake. Okay, but for the other one, they said the man actually whipped her up because she was caught cheating. Because she was caught cheating with her neighbor. And some said that she deserved it, and others said that he should have killed her. So this is what happens when a man cheats or when a woman cheats. Now, this other picture of a man, that is for the very crazy woman. You know, this is not the norm. The norm in the society is to forgive a man when he cheats. But maybe this is just one of those one out of many hundreds of women that are not going to condone it. Maybe one of those girls that have the past of being a tout or something. So let's move to the next picture. That's of a woman. So let's now see what happens. There is a video of a woman advising women on what to do when their man cheats. So we'll play it for a minute or so.
I think they said they didn't download the video.
Okay, it was not downloaded. Okay. That video was a woman who was supposed to be a marriage counselor. So she came and she was talking to women and saying, when a man cheats, you don't leave your husband when he cheats. You don't abandon him.
I saw. It's a Ghanaian woman.
A very loud voice.
A Ghanaian woman like this.
Yes. So she has a very loud voice, and she was saying those things, and a lot of women were actually going to applaud her. And I don't have any issue with women actually forgiving their husbands for cheating. But can we also have a video of a man who is going to come out and say, forgive your wives when they cheat? There's nothing like that. So
no, I have a video like that. I did a video like that personally in my family series.
Yeah, that's you, but it's not normal. If you cheat with an evil man, that's the end of that marriage. I think that is when divorce happens the most. Most times when a woman is divorced by her husband, it's cheating. In many homes, that's the lead cause of divorce. When a woman has cheated, that is when they are saying, no, we are not doing this marriage again. So the woman is groomed to condone and forgive and say, in fact, she's even supposed to blame herself and say, maybe I did not open my leg very well. Maybe I did not know the many styles. I think I was the one who didn't have enough experience to keep him not to cheat. I didn't learn. I was not beautiful enough. I didn't make my hair. I didn't apply a good body lotion to make me fresh. I was putting on my hair nets. So they're going to be blaming themselves when the man cheats. But when a woman goes out to cheat, she's out of that marriage. So she's out of the home. So that's typical Nigerian. You can't have you hardly have a Nigerian man forgiving a wife for cheating. And I think it is even this fear that even keeps and makes it in such a way that you hardly see a woman going out to cheat because they know that it is shame, it is disgrace. It's going to go out there and she's going to go out of her marriage and her name is going to be spread all over that she's not cheating. So that's Nigerian mindset about infidelity. Okay, now let's now switch.
Sorry?
I can make, okay, noise has stopped. There was noise.
Okay.
I said let's move to the Nigerian man's mindset when it comes to doing chores in the house chores.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's where we have the picture of the bread seller. Yeah, so on that picture, it was actually I made this screenshot from a link.
This
From a
picture
link
from
of something
what?
that yeah, I made a screenshot of this picture from a link. It was something that went viral. It was a
Okay.
news that went viral some months ago about this a bread seller that who turned into a model and then divorced her husband. So what happens was that this picture of this young girl, she was hawking bread on the road, and then a very popular photographer in Nigeria, T.Y. Bello, was having a photo shoot. So and
Ty
she began.
Bello. Is it the man that is
Yeah,
looking at his Ty Bello?
no. She's a woman. She's a female photographer. I think the man is just a model
Ah,
that
okay.
was yeah. Yeah, so this girl entered this picture. This picture was an accident. So she got in the picture and she CY Meadow started to look for her because the picture was actually very beautiful and they wanted to know who she was. So that was her turning point. So she became very popular and she adopted her and she became a model, and became a celebrity in Nigeria. So she moved very fast from being a bread seller into becoming a model. So that was what happened. But before that, she has a husband, I think they're not yet married, but she had a man by her side. So she has two children for this man, and I think they were doing some living together or something. So this woman became very busy going for shoots, and of course, she's now a celebrity. So she became very busy and whatever. So the man who is now jobless is the one that had to stay at home to take care of the babies, and do the housework. So he became angry and said that the woman was disregarding and disrespecting him because she's now popular. So that was a problem, and they had to divorce. So this man's ego was hurt because he felt that he was too big. He was a man and shouldn't be made to do chores, regardless of whether the woman is rich or not rich, or regardless of whether the woman is a provider or not. So the typical Nigerian man believes that irrespective of who is the provider, I am still the master. Even if the woman is the one going to bring the money for sustenance, I am still the master. So this man could not take it. He could not just accept that he's being made to do some work at home, and the woman is the one going to bring the money, and the woman is the one being celebrated. So it became a very big problem, and the girl had to say, "Please, I'm not in this relationship anymore," and that was what led to their separation. So on the other picture, we have a woman who complained that the husband slapped her. Her jobless husband slapped her for asking him to wash plates. So she got slapped by her husband because she asked that husband to wash plates. So she was very busy in her restaurant, which was their source of income, and there were a lot of customers. And then she said, "Please, husband, can you help me wash plates?" And the man slapped her because he was asked to wash plates. So this mentality, because growing up, our mom, our parents will always say that it is the woman's job to do those house things. So it is inside. A man feels like he's being insulted when you ask him to sweep his own house, or when you ask him, they even feel like they are helping you when they are taking care of the baby that you people brought together into the world. When you are helping out with that baby, they see that I'm helping. It is not my what I'm supposed to be doing. No, I'm only doing it because I want to help you. So
It
this is
means
the
that
mentality of
All of Nigeria, both men and women, must go and listen to my family series.
yes, yes. There has to be a massive reorientation, like a very big one. This is going to be a very big issue. So that is it. So the Nigerian men and women have this there's also a special regard for when you are a man and when you are not a man. Okay, so yeah. I want to go to how the women react now. Like how the women react to all this worship from the man. And the way the women react are actually very much more disappointing. Oh, sorry, let's move to the next picture. The men and the women react to this kind of behavior from the men are actually very much insulting. They are the ones that are causing this kind of reaction. As in, it is just something, there's just something about it. Now, this is the wife of the man that was, I think we talked about this before. You know, I
No,
stand with you.
Go back to the photo. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the wife of the senator saying, I stand with you and will always stand for truth. My husband is innocent. So, you know, this is the kind of reaction.
Is she blind? She never saw the video.
Yes, yes, because my man, this is my man. You know, so even if my man is misbehaving, there's nothing wrong with that. My man cannot, you know, there's something about that. That is how our women are reacting. Okay, let's move to the next picture of the way Nigerian girls react to the men's mentality. The next one, please. Okay, this is actually a comment. There is a picture before it of a man that posted and said a young man came to Facebook and made a post and he said washing machines should be banned in Nigeria because it's making our women to be lazy. It's making our women to be lazy. So washing machines should be banned. And this is the response from a woman. A woman said, if washing machine is banned, how will the people who produce it make money? You're trying to remove food from their mouth. If you met the wrong woman, your clothes will be washed with machine. So, Oga, go search for the real woman and stop using the fact that you don't want washing machine. So, when you paid her bride price, she said you should go and wash your clothes. You know, so this woman is saying two things at the same time. She's saying that the reason why washing machine should not be banned is because the people selling it will not have money again to take care of their families. So go and marry a real woman. A real woman will wash your clothes with her hand and not the washing. So this is a Nigerian girl. This was yesterday. This was yesterday that I took the. In fact, going to search for materials for this video was not much of a workload because I knew that all I just needed to do was just make a few typings on Facebook and all the materials sprouted because it is normal. So this young girl is saying that a real woman is the woman that will wash your clothes with her hands and not the washing machine. So that is one way the Nigerian women react to the behavior of the men. Okay, let's move to the next picture.
I'm perplexed.
Yes. So this is from a man now. This man said, if married men become faithful to their wives, 70% of ladies will die of hunger. Now, they say you will not understand this one, but let me explain it.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm finding it difficult.
Let me figure it out. So, because Nigerian girls are known, there's this word in slay queen, that's the phrase. They are known to be dating married men to pay their bills. A man, when it comes to bills, it's all about a man. A man must pay your bills. So even when a man comes to tell you, I like you, can we go into a relationship? That man it's another way of the man saying that I will start paying your hair, I will start buying your clothes, I will start paying your house rent. So because of this mindset of the girl thinking that she's not born to work for herself, she's born to find a man. So for the time she's waiting for a husband, she goes around dating other people's husbands.
Wow.
That is typical Nigerian girl. We have exceptions. You know, we have the morally upright ones. But for the typical Nigerian girl, so that's why this person gave this data and said 70%. So they are saying that the remaining 30% are the good ones. So 70% of young ladies will die if married men decide not to cheat.
That's
So if
horrible.
the married men decide not to cheat, so that is very bad. It is very bad. That is how our girls react. You know, they make this, they are the ones that make this men to feel so special because the men know that they are the ones that has to take care of them. Let's move to
So
the
my
next
message
section.
is on woman, before you think marriage, think
Self-sufficient. Yeah.
self-sufficient
Yes.
is a key one for
Let's
Nigeria. Okay, next
yes.
one.
Let's move to the next one. Yeah, that's the same thing. Another man from another place saying, without men, boyfriend, sugar daddies, some fathers, 90% of Nigerian ladies cannot afford body cream. That's
Wow.
an insult to say. I'm very ashamed. I'm ashamed to be amongst this multitude of Nigerian girls.
Wow.
Just saying I'm using a generalization for the men. I'm equally ashamed for the girls too. So without men, you know, body cream.
That's a
Yeah, so,
shame.
yes. So this person says no woman can come. These are men posting this thing because they know no woman can comfortably shoulder family responsibility for years without grudges. I wonder how men cope. Now, there are two things wrong with this statement. Now, this man is somewhere thinking in his head that when he marries a woman is supposed to shoulder the responsibility without grudges. So that is one. So secondly, because our girls have not those portray themselves as being financially sufficient and independent enough, a man somewhere will come and say that you can't shoulder your responsibility, you know, without having grudges in your heart. Okay. Yeah, I think that is that. Okay, yeah, so this is a lady now advising young ladies. She said, dear young ladies, hustle, oh. No, men are no longer looking for good food. They are not looking for hustle partners. And it is true, yes, say. It is true. You know, it is back in the days that we have a man that will say, I want a woman to just stay at home, you know, don't stress up herself, and I'm going to provide. I'm going to. Now, the exposed Nigerian man would, one of the first things they are looking for is how much can you bring? So we want hustle partners, as in, you know, you have to be bringing something to the table. So it depends on how hardworking, how much of income you can make. So she's advising those girls that are somewhere only learning how to cook and sweep the house that they have to go and bring money. The men are now looking for hustle partners. We are no longer looking for people that will give them food and how to cook and how to sweep. Because they now know that the economy is going bad. So we need another income from another human being. Yeah. Okay. This one is this one really got me. Okay, this one, the answer will not understand. Okay,
I don't.
This is okay. This picture is describing visits, stages of relationship when a girl meets a man, maybe visiting him or something. So they said the first visit, the man will give her food, you know, all this plenty food. You can see that the number of food items there was much. So the man will give you food, plenty food to make because you are a hungry girl. So when you come, he will give you plenty food to make you love him and feel at home and think that he can feed you. So on the second visit, it's going to reduce the food because now you've loved him for some time. And then on the third visit, you guys he's expecting to have sexual intercourse with you.
Wow.
Yes.
Let's see the
So because
photo.
Nigerian girls are now
The white
yes, they are now so cheap.
But where is
They
where is sexual intercourse here?
That's the corn or the maize.
Oh, why?
Because
How could maize mean intercourse? What's the
because it's
connection? I
not the
can't get it.
shape. That's what I'm saying. It has the shape. You know, this is a youth kind of thing. There's the way they write stuff in code. So it has the shape of the man's genitals.
Oh.
So it's
my God. Okay. I think I'm
yes.
old school.
Yes. that's what this picture means now.
Ooh.
So the man is, yeah, so that's the norm. So they first buy you with food as a hungry girl that can't feed herself. And when you come the first time, the second time, they're expecting you to pay them back in kind.
Oh,
So
pay
yes,
them back.
As much as this thing is very funny, it is really heartbreaking. You know, when I see these things,
how did you understand? How could you read it? I won't even know anything. I will just pass by it. I won't know
a lot
what
of
they're
people
talking
are going
about.
to understand this thing. A lot of people are going to understand it. You can ask any of them, they will understand. Because that is the typical mindset, understanding of relationship between a girl and a boy. Oh, this is a man. A man is complaining that Esther from Edo State, please return my 3,000 naira if you are not coming again. Before I post your picture, rubbish. So I think what this picture means is that this man actually met a girl online. So he sent her transportation fare to come visit her. And normally, when they send you that transportation fare to come visit her, to come visit them rather, to come visit him, I think the girl most of the time is expected to spend the night. And when they are spending the night, we know what is happening. So the girl now, this girl is somewhere feeling happy that I scammed him of 3,000. You know, so the man is saying that if you don't come to come and visit me, I will post your pictures. You know, so coming to visit them because they gave you 3,000 naira.
No, that is like doing call. So what they are doing is call girls, like prostitutes.
Yes, exactly. Yes, you got it right. Now we can't differentiate between a normal girl and a call girl in Nigeria. Everybody is dressed up and moving about. You can't differentiate because of all these things. Because the girls are no longer standing on the road. They are normal girls who are doing all those things. They are not the ones that stand, prostitutes, will go at night and stand somewhere and put themselves on display. Right now, the typical Nigerian girl does not do that.
Facebook has helped.
Yes. So that is the thing. That is a very big problem. So this is how the women are reacting to the men. This is how they react. This is their own, the part they have to play in all of this. Okay.
Which one is this one?
Okay, yeah, this is who caused our generation? Because it's as if this generation is caused. The generation of Nigeria, the Nigerian men and women, it's as if there's a cause. Like, why this kind of behavior? Why this kind of value system? Why this kind of understanding? And the people that caused our generation are our parents and our pastors, then bride price. So culture has caused this religion, has caused our generation, our parents, and then the message that we have from the pulpit as well have caused our Nigerian men to have this understanding. So there is a viral video of Chris Oyakilome that went viral where he was saying, I think Mrs. Choma actually made it side by side with your video during our program, where he said, ladies, your husband is your master and not your equal. So this man was actually standing in the congregation of men and women, and he was telling them that your husband, so the men are there, I am your master, and the women too are, okay, he's my, so this is the kind of
Are
message.
you sure he really made the statement?
Yeah, there was a video. There was a video of it.
That your wife is not your husband is not your equal?
Yes, you can't see that video. It's on your blog. I think it's actually on your blog. So what happened was,
is your master not your equal?
Yes. Yes. He even said that women are the cause of the whole problem we have in the world, because Eve was the one that ate the apple. He said that in that video. You can, Mrs. Choma Emigwe actually did a video during your birthday. Okay, I think you were during that your birthday celebration. So she made a video and said how DSA treats women. So she puts your video of women. And,
okay, I think my team also released a video like that. Yeah.
Yes.
On my YouTube too. Yes. I didn't watch it, but I saw the topic.
Yeah, I think you should watch it. It's actually very heartbreaking. He said a lot of things about women, very bad things. So he's saying that your husband, so the men in that congregation are getting it at the back of their head that when they get it, did you not hear what Pastor Chris said? I'm your master. I'm your master. You know, and I'm sure that's why his wife had to divorce him because of this kind of mindset. So this is pastors like Chris Oyakilome are one of the causes that we have in this generation. They are the ones that caused our generation with this kind of false gospel that is misleading millions of Nigerians. So Chris Oyakilome and his kind are the people that have caused this generation of Nigerian men and women. So I'll move to our parents. So I think I've spoken to our parents as well. You know, where the parents is from childhood, they are grooming the boy to become something. They are telling a boy at the back of his head know that um, they can't be anything without having financial independence. You know, they have to be something. But a woman is just being groomed to become a wife. So from age 12 in secondary school, all you are thinking about is my wedding dress, how the dress will be. My own will have a long train. You know, that's my wedding, where I will do my wedding hair. That is what you're thinking. And when it's time for you to have a wedding, people just go and start having pre-wedding photo shoots. And this one, because that's just the only thing on the back of the minds of the girls. So that is the disservice. That is the malfunction of the programming. It's like, because parenting, I believe, is like programming. So our parents they programmed the male child to be something and the female child to be nothing. And of course, we have exceptions. I'm going to keep saying we have exceptions. But parents are also the one of the causes we have in this generation. And I'm not going to blame them because it has to do also. I can hear the echo of my voice.
No, no, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, because it also has to do with the um, the kind of mindset they also had, you know, growing up. So that's why Nigeria needs a total reshuffle of mentality. It's very difficult to cope here, DSC. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I'm so afraid of like how can I even raise my children here? You know, I have plans to homeschool them because of these things. I have plans to school them at home. I have plans to because I'm afraid because even in as much as we are trying to raise our own children right, what about when they go to school, the information their teachers give them, the information their classmates give them? So the only way anybody can raise a child properly now is by seclusion. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that every other person's child is useless. Or what happens is that many people that actually turned out to be something, it is because their parents actually got maybe some sort of reorientation. Maybe they are enlightened. That's one. Or maybe that person actually took responsibility. As a Nigerian, to function properly, there has to be a rebirth. After your parents have given birth to you, you have to give birth to yourself all over again. You have to give birth to yourself all over again. Because the kind of programming they put in your head, I'm not saying this to spite anyone. I love my parents so much and I'm very grateful to them. But I am not functioning right now based on how I was raised. They did a good job, but I needed some form of rebirth to actually develop myself. So most of the people that actually are something in Nigeria, most of the adults that are functioning today, was because they had to unlearn so many things and put in their brains new information. And so some of them are also lucky to have their parents who did that. So their parents are the ones who had to unlearn. But if we go by the society and the normal Nigerian parenting, everybody's being misled. So I'm sorry to our Nigerian parents, but that's the case we have for now. Okay, and the third people that I think are actually misleading our generation are the celebrities. And those celebrities are also a part of what I'm talking about. They also have parents who groom them, right? And also the messages coming from the pulpit. So that is it. There is a picture that came before now. So DSA, I'm going to show you an example of a woman that has succeeded in showing a child to the canal. I'm very sorry if she's going to watch this thing.
Throwing her to the canal?
Yeah, I'm going to explain this. Yes, I'm very sorry if she'll be watching this video later. That is what the lady I'm talking about or the mom. But that's the truth. There's a picture before this one that I was sharing. Let's see it.
A picture of
Okay, yeah. There's a write-up, like a magenta colored write-up, screenshots, pictures. So let me be giving.
It's a write-up, huh?
It came before. Yes, it came before this one. It's like purple color magenta. So before we get to the picture, let me give you a background. I met this lady last year. So this is a final year law student of Imo State University. So she just finished her school right now. She's 20 years old. So this lady is 20 years old. She from her background, she actually suffered a lot of abuse from her father. Her father beats up the mother. Even her sister's hand was broken by the father. So she grew up having a lot of abuse. The man hits them and pours kerosene on them and use metal objects. So one of those girls. So she's 20. Even her education is being sponsored by Reorientation at the end of the day because the man is not standing up to responsibility. And the woman, her mother also is suffering so much. So now this child who now was lucky enough to get people to sponsor her, that self-worth is still not there because right now what you would expect from such a person is to rise up later, like I want to, after my law school, I want to become this, I want to stand as a voice. This is like for people that have the right orientation, not this. For people that have the right orientation on what a woman should be and how she should get this one. So
what
this person is supposed to be a voice for people that are going through her own kind of situation. But 2 days ago, I screenshot this and I sent it to my sister, Sister, because this person is a mutual friend. So this person. She said she's writing to her mom. So this is what she wrote. She said, "Thank you for praying for me always, for being my mom, for calming me down when I'm pressurized, for teaching me to be good even when I am hot. Thank you for grooming a wife for Frank and not making him wifeless. Thank you for loving her." Now, yes, this person is 20 years old, fresh out of the university. She has thoughts ahead of her. She has siblings who are also under this abusive father in her mother's house. She has not gone to law school. She's just out of university. She doesn't have anything. She has not done any kind of job. I was conversing with her a few months ago, and she said that she had told me about this plan. She said she wanted to marry. And I told her, I said, well, getting married is not something. Even Sister also advised her, like, marriage is not something right now. This is what you should want. We gave her some of your videos, to go back and watch, books to read, Pamai and whatever. But this thing is not something, it doesn't work like magic. It's programming. It's like after hooking up a food, it's like wanting to take out some ingredients. It doesn't work out that way because that food is already prepared. So this person obviously shouldn't receive everything we need. So she announced that she's going to be getting married to a man. A man who told her that she should, a very much older man, who told her not to continue with law school, that she should go and learn makeup, artistry, or something. So this woman now is thanking her mother to say, thank you for grooming a wife for Frank and not making him wifeless. So she's saying now that everything the mother did was to raise her to become a wife for Frank. So this is what I'm talking
So
about. This is
our achievement, our degree, our education is all nothing.
yes. So this is how our parents have caused this generation by raising a female child to think of nothing of herself than just being a wife.
Very
So this is
sad.
like a typical
Very,
example. A very
very, very
funny.
sad.
I know this person. This is 2 days ago. If you see, this is yesterday. So I sent those things. Did I send it this morning? So that was 2 days ago that I took these screenshots. It's very heartbreaking. It's really, really heartbreaking. So, DSA, I don't know, I'm not being negative or I'm not painting a picture of fantasies or whatever, but is this person not also prone to abuse?
Definitely.
Yeah, the man, of course, saw girls his age who have achieved so much, who have worked for some time, who have something. The man saw girls that came from, I'm not saying that her family is her fault or something, that's where I'm coming from. What I'm saying is that, I don't know, I've not met this man, but if I meet him, I'm going to call him, I'm going to ask him if he's a narcissist. Because I know that narcissists actually handpick those people that they can terrorize. And they select from people that have no family to fight for them and no money. So that no matter the level of abuse, that girl is going to stay in that marriage. So this girl obviously does not have a home to go back to after her school. That is another challenge. She must be thinking in her head now that, oh, after my school now, where will I go? So in order for me to fresh out of this university and go straight to my own house so I can have freedom. Because she is thinking that this marriage is the best option. This getting married to this man is the best thing to happen to her than going back to her father. So her father is the cause of this generation that we are talking about. And this is just one example out of many others. So this girl is getting out, fresh out of school. I don't know, I've said this, I've told this story to people that are close to me already because it's really wrenches my heart apart anytime I think about this person. So she's moving out straight out of school with nothing, with zero money in her account, with no family covering or something. Because there's also another good thing about having a family. Those who don't have a family, they are not cursed, there's nothing wrong with them. But there's something about in this kind of society where you know there's a family that can fight for you. You know, I remember growing up, I used to hear phrases like, wow, don't go and tamper with her, or she had 3 brothers. If you fight, if you look for her, brothers come and beat you up. You know, that kind of a thing. So there's this thing about a girl having a family that is a support system that will fight for her if something happens to her. So this girl does not have that kind of cover. And if she gets married right now, those kind-hearted relations that have been paying and sponsoring her in school will wash their hands off her. Because they will say, finally, she has gotten to meet somebody that will take over from us. So this is a typical example of the Nigerian girl who have been groomed to become nothing but a wife to a man.
Okay, very sad. Very sad.
Very, very sad. Very heartbreaking, yes. Okay, let's move to my message to the Nigerian girl. Aside from graveyards, the next possible location to find buried potentials is in marriage.
Oh, yeah, that's so true, especially for the women.
Yes,
that's so true.
Yes, that is a quote by Chioma and Wigwe. And this example I just gave is an example of a potential. You can see our girls, see how happy they are, jumping to carry the flower. Oh, they are getting married. You know, so look at them. When we have the girls who are teaming up to build something in other developed countries, to develop something, a product or something, these people are gathering up. When it's time for one of them to get married, they will now gang up and they will go to one hotel and wear the same clothes and put flowers in their head and be saying friends gang. So the only thing you are getting from your friendship is getting married, how to be married, how to do bridal showers. So our girls are known for taking pictures on social media and doing just bridal showers. So that's what you can see there. They are so happy for their one friend. Finally you found a man. So that is a very big achievement. When one of them has a degree, maybe a master's degree or something, Do they come like that to come and celebrate? Do they hold overnight parties? Or do they have such pictures? Their pictures, they only come when a girl is getting married. It is when I was getting married, all my friends were coming to ask me, when is your own brother shower now? You are strange. You. So you want to, even my wedding, some people are even working and saying, your wedding is too small. You didn't make it massive enough. You know, you're not posh. You didn't wear the best of dresses. Because that is the thing of joy and a thing of pride. They don't even celebrate degrees. They don't even celebrate achievements like that. Marriage is the most celebrated thing, and that thing they are celebrating is a graveyard that is going to lock up many of our people, because most people don't even have, you know, the audacity to walk out of a marriage that is pushing them backward. And that is why our men prefer to marry ladies that don't have a voice, so that no matter what they give them, they are going to stay. They want to bury their potentials. So the men are just bringing women to just bring them in. So my advice to young ladies is they should go and look for mentors. They should go and look for women who have achieved something in this life, like Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, and the likes. And those people should be the ones that they should be emulating. They should be the ones that, you know, they are trying to look at their footsteps and getting some form of, even if not one-on-one mentorship from. But those people, I want to be like this. You should get good role models. So Michelle Obama is saying that it's important to become more than just somebody's wife. So Michelle Obama is countering exactly what Cynthia is thanking her mother for. So if our girls have such mentors or role models, you know, it's going to be, even if not all of them are going to embrace it, a large percentage of people are going to be delivered from this course. Okay, the second message I have for Nigerian girls is that they should go and watch your video on YouTube, Sunday Adelaja's video on series of the lady's self-sufficiency before marriage. So that's the second advice. And the third advice is for them to read this book. Ladies, forget about marriage and build your life. Yeah. So that's just my. I don't have much to say because my heart is broken thinking about and talking about this thing.
And
so
it's a pity that video you said, the family series, it's a pity that many people don't know it is there, because that could resolve all these problems we are talking about now.
Problems. Yes. So I think
I'm sure there will be a lot of people who want to call to the program. Let's find out if there are people who want to call. So please, if you want to call, go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents, and send us your note and SMS that you want to call. Let's hear what people have to say. Yeah, it will be interesting to hear your own opinion about all the things we have been hearing. You know, towards the second part of this video and this program, I couldn't even talk again. I was just perplexed. I've just been perplexed hearing all that I'm hearing. It is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. We are so far away from civilization. Do we have callers? Yes, I think we have callers. But before they call, I would again like to recommend what Victoria just recommended, that please, everyone that is watching, go look for that family series. And if you are a lady and you know anybody that is not married yet, let them read this book. Ladies, forget about marriage. Build your life. Build your life before you think of marriage. Otherwise, forget about marriage. I think we have a caller now. Hello?
Bonjour, DSA.
Hello?
I hope we're not going to have a sound problem today again.
Hello? Who is that Innocent?
Yes, bonjour, DSA. Is the sound still fluctuating?
Ça va?
Très bien. It was an explosive program. I was just listening carefully and just smiling. You know, everything she said about the mentality, the Nigerian mentality, it's the same thing, but it's just that it's different in different regions. Because from my region, where I come from the Middle Belt, Nasarawa, Jos, Plateau, and all those things, is almost the same thing. If you're a man in Nigeria, there is a special treatment for you. And she also made a point about Somebody commenting and saying, I'm only respecting you because you're married.
Yeah.
It might sound as if it's a noble statement, but there's something heavy behind it, that you're not a woman, you're not worthy enough to be respected until when you're married, And then maybe for the woman, maybe by hearing this, she might start feeling good, because getting married comes with some advantages, it comes with some respect, it comes with some people put you first, they treat you differently, start calling you madam, even people that are you're younger than start calling you madam. The society does place you like it. So I even heard that in Nigeria right now, if you're not married and you're occupying an office as a woman, as a single woman, there is this huge segregation. People start looking down on you.
That is what your voice is going down.
The people, your colleague around you, start looking down on you and telling you, go get a husband, go get a husband. Except you have a husband beside you, nobody respects you.
Wow.
Which is a very, very, very certain, because I grew up in Nigeria with this mentality that the man is superior to the woman. I grew up with that mentality until I traveled out. I learned things. Then I had a female best friend who taught me a lot of things.
Hello?
Yes.
Your voice is going down. Please move closer to your device.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better now.
Okay. So I said I was looking down on women. That
Wow.
I was the man, I'm intelligent. More than the woman, I'm superior to the woman, until I had a female best friend who taught me a very good lesson that I will never forget. We had a debate actually, and she was winning everything we were saying. She was giving me facts. It was about international geopolitics. I thought I knew more. She was giving me facts. She was telling me stuff, but I knew that she was right. I knew she was right, but I refused to admit it. I wanted to win by all means because I was a man. I said, how can I allow a woman to be more intelligent than me? Then I get to discover it was since that lesson made my mind till today. I kept asking myself, how can you, as a man, how can you think that you're superior to women? How can a society bring down their women? Because there is something I discovered also, that the study I made recently, that the child will give birth to spend they spend their first year with the mother, because the mother breastfeeds them and they develop their vocabulary through the interaction with their mothers. So some of their first year of their life, they spend much time they interact, because there is that intimacy, there is that closeness between the mother and the child. So imagine a mother that is highly educated, that have strong self-esteem. Imagine the kind of education she will transmit to her child. So in bringing down our women, making them feel inferior, imagine you, a woman gave birth to you, you grow up and say you are superior because she's a woman. Tell your mother that you're a woman, because you're a woman, you give it. The woman give it to every human being here. But we now tell them that, look, you don't have anything to say, you're less superior in the society. And the point she was making is that in Nigeria right now, that man, the example, the two people that she said she put on WhatsApp, the second man I gave that point, you will see a lot of women. They will come out and they will be defending that man. When she was talking about pregnancy, I saw making comment on the comment section. They were saying, I beg you, keep that bride price. So me, I want the man to marry me. I want the man to pay my bride price. So that's what I want. So you see that women, because they have been miseducated, they support some of this toxic education that we have in our society, which is really, really bad. And I think all our institutions, because you also asked a question. This is the last one I'll try to make sure that other people can talk. You asked a very important question, and I think she found it difficult to answer the question, because you said, where is this problem coming from? I sat down to think about where these problems are coming from. It's from our institution. You see, from the church, number one, church. Then the family, because most of the family try to take their children to the church for them to get educated there. And all our institutions are this toxic education. And then secondly, our movie and music industry. The movie, if you watch Nigerian movie today, you will see that the way they portray the role of the woman, you see them slapping women, you see aggression, you see violence, you see demeaning statement. So the entire nation is programmed to think in a particular way because of the institution, because we promote some of these ideologies institutionally. So how can we solve some of this problem? Is by, first of all, changing our institution. For instance, changing the value system in the church, the teaching, which thank God you are championing this teaching, because I don't see any church in Nigeria that can be able to teach what you're teaching. And then our movie industry, is a huge opportunity for us to be able to transmit a very good value system back to us. Good movies that bring women in good position, portray women in a very positive way that people can respect them and even make it, just like you said, that example of woman beating woman in Nigeria, they'll be like, oh, a woman lay her hand on the man, they'll be like, what is this? Why would you beat your husband? They will even start crossing. But when they see the man beating the woman, they will be like, oh, maybe she did something wrong, which is a very wrong education. You can see that the two world in the Western world is a contrary. You can't beat a woman. In short, you even expected if a woman slapped you, expected to, as a gentleman, not even to retaliate. If you don't retaliate, they will praise you. So our institutions are big factors. They are big negative factors in some of these things, and which is a very huge problem. And thank God for Elizabeth. She has already started the movement, and through that ordinary Facebook movement she started. Now look, she went to Korea, and she was saying when she heard about the drive, she was shocked. But no, even though you do that with 2 or 3 people, that's how it all started. So our institution, very important. We are promoting very negative message. The family, the church, everywhere is just so. So I think that is the source of it. And to address this problem, we need to address the source. Thank you.
Thank you so very, very much. Thank you. Wow, very good. Very, very good. Why we are going to look for why the next caller is coming. Why the next caller is coming. I want to say, Victoria, I never had this concept. Maybe I left Nigeria too early. Maybe I was too young when I left, because I left at 19, and I never knew that women are inferior at all, because I never even had a man in my life. The only people around me were women. Maybe that's what helped me, because my grandmother was this most wonderful person in my whole life, and in the whole world for me. She's better than any man. She's better than any woman. So I never even knew that women are looked down at, because then my sister was my second hero. So, and she was also a woman. So those 2 women, they are not inferior to anybody at all. So I never even knew anybody would relate to them like that, or relate to women that way. I think we have a caller. Hello? Do we have a caller?
Yes. Hello, DSA.
Yes, sir. Who is calling from where?
This is Sean calling from the US.
Wow, he's from the US. Okay, it's been a while.
Yes, sir. Yes, it's been a while. Yeah, actually, when I checked, when I wrote Move Agents, I saw the last time I requested to call was December 2018. I was like, what? And I was like, I used to watch programs. How come I've not called? But, well, thank God. Thank God. I want to... is my voice clear?
You're very clear, yeah. Just make sure you speak closer to your device.
Yes, it's close. So I want to commend Victoria. Well, she might not know me, but I've asked for soup recipes from her sometimes. Some time ago, she posted some soups on Facebook. Probably she can remember now, though.
Yeah, she's smiling. I think she remembers.
Yeah, so our discussion with you is just so fantastic. And she hit the nail on the head. Sorry, DSA, that you didn't experience all these things. Probably, I don't know. Well, I can say maybe God didn't allow you to experience it.
I think God's preserved me.
Exactly. So, thank you so much, Vickie, for sharing this, and for whoever is watching. If you're a man and you are putting yourself in that position of, oh yeah, I'm the ruler, or probably I will become a ruler, I think you need to start changing your mind to understand that women too are, as in like we are mates. When I say we are mates, as in like we need to work together. And that was the reason God even created. When God said, I need to make him a helpmate, probably that's the reason some people are saying, helpmate to help me. But if you really look at it, I need somebody that they would work together. So, and if you're working together, this time you cannot say, oh, this is the boss or this is not the boss. Well, Innocent, I've also said things I wanted to say too. But I just wanted to share that something happened one time in my marriage, and Thank God for also your teachings too. But before that time, I just came newly to the US and I wasn't able to work. So my wife worked, or she was going to work that time. So I was getting bored in the house because I worked, before I came, I was working in one of the leading insurance companies in Nigeria as an underwriter, Leadway Assurance Company. So I was at home. So for like 6 months, I just go watch movie, go to the gym, come back, eat. And so I was getting bored, so I started complaining within myself, like, oh, but God, what's going on? Before I came, we prayed that I wouldn't even spend 3 months and I would get a job. Now I'm staying at home. I'm staying at home. I'm staying at home. And the Holy Spirit spoke to me and told me, well, you say you have no job, but look at job around you. And I was like, job where? I have not even applied because I know probably like I'm not yet ripe enough to work and the likes. I said, no. Have you washed the plates in the kitchen?
Wow, beautiful, beautiful.
Have you cleaned the house? And immediately the Holy Spirit was telling me, I understood what he was saying. So I did not even argue. And when I saw it, that was true, because true to myself and to my wife, I will stay home, go watch movie and the likes. My wife will still come back. Sometimes it's the day I'm happy that I wash the plates. And she will come back, come and clean the plates, and come and start cooking again when she comes back from work. So when the Holy Spirit told me that, and I was like, oh God, I'm so sorry. And since then, I changed. And she didn't know what happened until I confessed to her. And if men can be like this,
yes,
this is the point. Okay, men at the end of the house, men, even till now, I'm like almost 3 years here now. Well, I've not gotten a pay. I have a job, but my pay is not even up to half of my wife's.
Wow.
So most of the bills is being foot by my wife. But some men get intimidated by this though. But what am I trying to say? My wife, even with that, we have an understanding of who we are. And to respond to one of the questions that Vickie asked, that what is a wife material, or who is a wife?
Yes, yes.
Well, me, I would say a woman. I'm married, though. I'm married already, so I'm not. But probably if I was single, a woman I would pursue and want to be my wife is a woman that is set up for herself, that has goals, that has the understanding of what the future is. Now, this is it. I am not being selfish. Most of the response she read, a woman that will take care of me and take care of our children. When the Holy Spirit told me, have I washed the plates and have I cooked? He's trying to tell me that, are you also participating in this family?
Yes.
So if I start thinking that, I want a wife that will come and cook for me and take care of our children, then I'm being selfish. Yes. I'm looking for somebody that will just come and serve me. So where's the place of my own service in marriage? So my own self would not be the reason why I would want to get married. But okay, somebody that we can together achieve greatness and fulfill purpose and ensure that God is happy with us, So I just wanted to share that experience I had, and since then, even today, today's the 4th of July. It's Independence
America, yeah.
But she had to go to work, and yesterday she went to see the doctor, so she was a bit down. Not too good. So she went to work, and there are plates in the house. I went to the gym this morning because I have an holiday from work. And when I came, I did some chores and I washed the plates. And I know she will be surprised when she comes. There's pepper in the fridge. I had to put it out, and I cooked soup. Now I went to my garden. I plucked vegetables. I'm going to cut it before she comes home. And I know when she comes, even if she's tired, I'm so sure she will be so happy.
At least you have been able to contribute something.
Exactly. So I'm just talking to men too. That I know I'm a man, but don't let that ego, don't let it crowd your thinking and your reasoning. Women are human. They are human beings too. And the point is, I was thinking of something to this morning. I said, before your title, you are first a human being. So think of your wife as a fellow human like you too. Before you start thinking, I'm the head, I'm the husband, I'm the head, I'm the something. think of her as your fellow human. So how would you want her to feel, or what emotions would you want her to go through or to experience? So put yourself in that shoes too. And I just want to say thank you so
Sheun,
much.
let me ask you a question. In
Yes,
Nigeria, did you encounter situation like that women are looked down at as inferior?
Okay, good. Thank you for that question, dear. I wanted to actually start my discussion today with what you said last before the call came in, before I was called. Like, it's like you didn't experience it. Mine is almost like that too. Because, well, our dad used to come home to visit, but it has been our mom all through. But we used to see such experiences too. Like the man, you don't talk when the man is talking, you don't do something, you have to kneel down, you have to.
No, that is for the
Things.
husband and wife. But I'm talking just
Yes.
in the street, in the society.
DSA is there very well now, very well. So as in, he's just there all over.
Okay, for example,
In fact,
you know the example that I
yes.
gave of my sister and my grandmother, that
Yes.
I couldn't see that they were inferior because they were doing everything, and I knew that women were not inferior. But apart from my mother and grandmother, I went to a mixed school, a school where boys and girls go to the same school. And you cannot go to a mixed school and still feel that women are inferior, because they were beating me hands down. How can I think that they're inferior when they were doing better than me?
Well, yes, that's education. People are not even looking at that. Okay, look at what happened. Okay, they are doing better than you in terms of education, and that cut you down a little. A man in Nigeria, or the typical understanding they've made men to believe is that even if you are failing, you are still the man. Even if your wife is doing better than you must show your wife that you are still the man. So it's affecting a lot of mindsets. Like,
me, I'm surprised though, because when I was in high school and I saw all these girls that were so smart, that were doing well, I want to be like them.
You see?
I was rather saying they should teach me. I would rather, everybody knew we were not just equal, but they were better.
Oh, thank God for you, DSA, that you recognize that, and probably that pushed you to want to know more in your quest for knowledge.
Yes.
A typical man, just like I want to use Victoria's word now, a typical man in Nigeria would not even see that. That would not even, in fact, some men would tell their wives, okay, look at this one that is 20 years old, a lawyer, I was going to study law, saying, thank you, mommy, for you prepared me to be a wife. So women are made to see themselves as a material, probably like to be used by the man. And some pastors, even the shameful thing is, some pastors will quote Sarah calling Abraham my Lord, as in saying, they will say, okay, is that not an example for you? So that's the reason why you should. But one thing I feel they fail to understand is that on Judgment Day, God will not say, okay, did you call your husband my Lord? The question will be, did you fulfill the purpose for which I sent you to her? So most ladies, just like the analysis Vickie gave, like aside the grave, the next place where you find a lot of talent or eating whatever is in marriage, because there everything is being suppressed. They tell the woman, oh no, you are supposed to be serving the man. If there's any issue of infidelity, the accusing finger still goes to the woman, even if it's the man that went to cheat. They will say probably it's the woman. Are you not doing too much? Are you not doing some styles for him? Oh, how is your cooking? Hope salt is not too much in your food. The man will go out. The man will go out. The man will go out. So men are always being revered like they are kings, but equality would not be celebrated.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sheun. Thank you so very much.
Yes, thank you so much.
Now, Victoria, what will you have to say to all the things we've been hearing now?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't really hearing clearly, but I could get some things. And I'm very happy that it's actually men that called, because at some point, I wanted to even change the topic. I said, I hope the men who say I'm having a bias against them and will stay away from the video. But I'm happy that men are actually the ones that are calling and they understand to a reasonable extent what I'm trying to address. So I'm very happy about that.
Very good. And they all support you. Do we have a caller already? Yeah, most of them are supporting you. One of them is even saying you gave him a recipe of how to cook.
Yes.
I think we have a caller already. Hello.
Hello, sir. This is Fairytale from Germany. Good evening.
This is the first lady that is calling today. Oh.
I'm glad about that. Thank you, Sister Victoria. You did great. It was a wonderful evening. I've been having a great time here. Thank you so much for your.
Yeah, Debbie, you seem to have a different experience too, right?
Yes, sir. In fact, that's why I'm calling, sir.
I want to hear. Yes.
Yes, sir. My issues is that I believe that in our society that the women we are the teachers. We are complaining today because, as they say, as you lay your bed, so you will lie on it. The truth is that the women, we are our own worst enemies. Men, they are very, very teachable. Even the hardest of men, if he has a mother, a sister that will direct that person rightly, that person will be very, very soft and gentle. The hardest people on women are women. All of the things that Mr. Victoria said, oh, men have this mindset, it's what the women have taught them. That is the truth. So women, as we are complaining, also know that we were the ones that taught that led the society to become the way it is today. When you go to the church, when a woman is counseling, the kind of preaching that they'll be counseling women, in fact, you will weep, dear say. You will weep. There was a video that went viral some days or weeks back, where a woman was saying, when your husband cheats, if he comes home, just give the man food and go and bathe or something and have sex with the man. Coming from a woman. So thank you, Sister Victoria. Everything that you have said is true, but we women, we have a part to play. We are just crying, we are the victims, we are the victims, we are the victims. But the truth is that the people that are abusing us the most are women. They have psychologically damaged just in a bit to be appreciated or to be
accepted.
Exactly, to be accepted. They have undone themselves. Let me put it that way. The background that I came from, I'm glad I had a father that gave me, how will I call it, value. So I don't see myself as inferior to a man. So even before I met this, thank God for all the things that things have taught me now. When they talk in the church, I always feel, what is all this? Sometimes I go to weddings, all the women, we don't want to give their husband cake. All of them will kneel down. What is all that for? What is all that? If our women, I don't understand. We need to start rethinking. That is why it's difficult for me to join, oh, women abuse, because I believe we are the ones abusing ourselves. Please, let's tell ourselves the truth. If women are having issues, even when your mother-in-law will come to the house, she's the one that will say, my son, why are you the one sweeping? Why do you want to do this? Why are you not doing it? So the problems women are having are coming also from women. Let's begin to teach our sons, right? We can correct this. Our society wasn't like that before. If we study history, women were the goddess, women were the queens. Well, even in the Bible, my name Deborah, a woman went to war. We are very strong. We can lead the society. Please, let's begin to teach our sons the right things. Our brothers, when we go to our brothers' homes, don't start making demands on the wife. Go to the kitchen, your brother's kitchen, when the wife is cooking, be happy. Don't go and sit down there and be saying, you didn't do this, you didn't sweep, you didn't do that, you didn't do that. So men, please, be teachable. That is what I have to say.
Sister David, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Sir.
All right. Okay, Victoria, let's go back to this, your fashion. Are you a fashionista?
Yes, I'm a fashion designer.
Hello, I can't hear you. Can you say it again?
Yes, I am. I'm a fashion designer.
Okay. So, do you offer services to anybody willing? Because you say you are the one who designed what
Sorry?
you are wearing. You say you are the one who designed you designed what you are wearing right now.
Yeah, I decided this morning, especially for this program.
You completed it this morning.
Yes. Yeah, because I know the SA likes colors, so I said I want to be color.
You tried though, because me, I'm highly impressed. You got that one right on the nail. So you designed this top today, and you sold it today.
Yes.
OTO. This one, I will even recommend you. This one with color, this particular one, this brand. If I see them, I go buy them.
Thank you. You can't even find it anywhere because this is the first of its kind. It's my signature.
Very.
That's my signature.
There is no. This one is not anywhere in the world. So it is custom.
Not.
It is custom made.
Yes, just from my idea, just this morning. I was just thinking.
Ah,
I was just putting
you are.
this.
Please, please make we share our contact. Make we share our contacts. So what do you do? Do you design? Do you just design clothes for people, or how does that function?
Okay. Actually, right now I'm still under a training, but I design for people right now as well. So before the end of the year, I should be getting a physical outlet. So for now, I still work from home. So I design for people, ladies, just for ladies for now. So pending when I expand, so because.
Wow, a lot of people are so grateful to you already, especially all the people who call, both the men and the. Yeah, okay, we even have some pictures of you here. Everybody who called, I've been very grateful to you. And for the raising of this program, raising this topic. Yes, the fourth another thing that published which is minutes as stars. So, wow, is that you too?
Yes.
Are you the one making the clothes?
Yes, I am.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. So many people are so grateful. Yes, sure, that will be straight. Very, very grateful to you for raising the topic, whatever stuff, and very, very effective program. I didn't know what to expect, but I must admit what I had today really humbled me. What I had today really humbled me, and I would like to say thank you so much for raising the topic, and because of you, there is hope for Nigeria, because I know that the right doctrines and the right principles will be taught to our people. And since you are a campaigner for it, it's like you are not going to give up. And that is going to bring, yes. So that will set a lot of people free. You and Chioma, you will turn the country upside down.
She's my first number one mentor.
Yes, you will turn the place upside down. Thank you so much. And so I would like to say, greet your husband for us for keeping you so beautiful and keeping you so laughing. Because if you keep on laughing, if a woman keeps on laughing, that is what is most important. It's not the clothes, it's not the house, it's not the furniture, it's not the car, but keep her laughing. Let her keep being happy. If she could still keep on laughing, then the husband has got the greatest achievement. So keep on laughing, and thanks to your husband for that as well, and to yourself.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking care of yourself and for teaching women to do the same.
Thank you very much. I'm so grateful for your materials that helped me as well.
Yes.
To have this kind of orientation.
Yes, and the material is there on YouTube. I hope people will find them. So
yeah, they should.
Yeah, so see you next time. See you, everybody.
Yeah.
Peace.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, guys. That's the end of the program today. But where's my latest book, by the way? The last book is my latest book is the secret of fruitfulness. The secret of fruitfulness. And I don't know if it was there today or not, but this is the one I wrote before that. This is for the topic of today. Ladies, forget about marriage, build your life. And another one for the men. Are you ready to become a husband? We also had that today. So if you're a man, that's for the men, and this for the ladies. I have another one for the ladies. Are you ready to become a wife? Then, so this is for the men. Am I ready to become a husband? Then we have another one for children, and this is the one for the latest book I just wrote. This is for everybody, men, women, everyone. So thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.